everybody. Welcome back to the Pure Whitetail Podcast. We're going to, first off, me and Grant talked. We really didn't say everything that we wanted to say last week. So we're going to hop right back into there, do a little bit of recapping, take it a little bit farther. Then we're going to jump in and talk about a few other things.
Yeah, the Pure Whitetail field staff. It kind of all ties together. Mm-hmm. I mean, from us building the barn, to building the field staff, your idea of walking down. I remember we were walking in the roll shop. So, but I mean, we're going to get him on here, not tonight, but we're going to have Chris Saylor on here.
Oh, yeah.
And he has some missing fingers because of building the barn.
Yeah.
I smashed his fingers a few times. Mm-hmm. So,
and we're not talking about building the deer part of the barn, just building the barn in general. Just like at the very, very, very beginning, before there was deer here.
I mean, okay, you want a little story?
Yeah.
I was out there by myself, trying to set poles that were,
big ones.
The monsters. 6x6s that were huge. I was carrying them, set it, and one fell over and cracked me in the head.
Oh, I remember that.
And I remember that line I had down my face. And Rachel calls Richie, my neighbor, and calls Chris. Mm-hmm. Chris gets out of his truck, and it's just mud. Mm-hmm. Everything's mud. And it's about this time of year.
Yep.
Chris starts walking across mud. First thing he does is step out of his boot. and it was like he stepped out of his boot and didn't miss a beat and just put his whole sock in the mud. Well, I can't wait till he's here to tell you that. And no kidding, he knocked the mud off his sock and put his foot back in his boot and came on over it and started working. And we started setting poles. Yeah. But, I mean, you talk about a rough build. Cold.
I remember, yeah.
Mud. It wouldn't freeze.
Yep.
And it would rain, and it would fill the holes back in. I'd be digging the holes back out.
We had 3 solid years of that weather.
Yes.
Yep.
I think last year was our first year of dry weather.
Of halfway dry.
Halfway dry, where the pins we finally got to see dust.
Where the deer that wasn't sinking up to their knuckle.
Yeah. I mean, there's been years we buy corn where they baled corn fodder into a round bale. And we bring them in and just roll them out in the pen so the deer can stand up on top of that because it's just so muddy. And there's nothing we can do.
No.
I mean, we could put them on 20 acres and they would still turn it into mud.
Oh, yeah. They're just, their hooves are so sharp.
Yeah. It's just it's like little knives walking around everywhere.
Yeah.
And the bucks, when those are in heat, all they do is they pace down the fence and they wear it down. Yep. Or you have to come back in and fill it in because they start riding down the fence so low where they, this coming spring we have babies will just slide under. So I mean, there's constant maintenance,
constantly
of groundkeeping at Pure Whitetail.
Yep.
So,
but we want to get back to the beginning of Pure Whitetail. Kind of recap on that on last episode, episode 1. Actually, we talked about the very beginning of Pure Whitetail, and we kind of told the stories of Grant and I, and we really didn't mention everybody else that was here in the very beginning. So the last thing we want people to think is it was just me and Grant, because that couldn't be further from the truth.
No.
There's a lot of people that's still with us that was here on day one. As far as the management team, Nathan Dollar, who is now the executive vice president of Pure Whitetail.
And
lawyer. And psychologist every once in a while.
When me and Josh get a crazy idea, before it goes any further, we go, Nate, what do you think
about this? Yeah.
We're going to try this.
Yeah.
And Nate goes,
yeah. And he's come and stole the phone from me a couple times, too, when I've been pretty upset with people on the phone.
Hey, it's a bad idea when Nate goes like this.
Yeah.
And puts his hand over his eyes and just puts his head down. And he's like,
I'm like, well, he don't even have to say anything. I'm like, well, Grant, that ain't a good idea. We ain't doing that.
We ain't working that one today.
So Nate's been here since the very beginning. Willie P., who is a producer with Nate on the podcast, is sitting here too. Willie P.'s been here since the beginning. Obviously, you talked about Saylor. He's been here since the beginning. Hunter, Logan has been here since the beginning.
Heather and Rachel,
obviously.
And a lot of field staff members.
Arlen Butler has been here since the beginning, which Arlen actually has a new title that we will be announcing here shortly.
Yep.
Arlen got a promotion, so we'll be announcing that. So there's a lot of people that has got us to this point that I felt like last week
We didn't talk about
we
it.
didn't cover that enough.
And we're going to bring them all
yeah.
on here and let them have their say of and explaining what their feelings with pure whitetail was. And
and they got a lot of stories too.
They got a lot of stories and craziness and
like
we get wild ideas.
Yeah, speaking of building, like one of my favorite pictures, I believe the picture, and I think it was when we were actually building the stalls in the barn, and it's where the peanut. A lot of people, a lot of new staff are like, "What's peanut butter and jelly?" And I think this is where the peanut butter and jelly started.
Yes,
it was me, you, Sailor, Hunter, and Logan in the picture, and all of us had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in our hand, and I can't remember who it was that took the picture, but we all held our peanut butter and jelly sandwich out, and it was us living on peanut butter and jelly, building that barn down there and building the stalls and all that. But
pizza was a 5-star restaurant.
Yes, at that time. Yes.
At that time.
Yep, we got pizza, but we talked about it briefly of Hunter and Logan, how many holes they spud barred. I wouldn't even say post hole dug because you don't post hole dig around here. Explain to people what your soil type is here.
You got about 6 inches of dirt, and the rest of it's a flat rock.
I mean, like literally.
And if you want to dig a hole, you're going to dig a 36-inch wide hole and 36 inches deep.
Yeah, and we've run post hole.
We've ruined post hole diggers.
3-point post hole diggers.
We've ruined the hand jobs.
Yeah,
what do you want to say?
The hand diggers.
Hand diggers.
Yep.
And spud bars are bent. I mean, it's
both of ours, but we both got spud bars and they're both bent.
They're both. I mean, when Wyatt wants me to build. My son Wyatt wants me to build him a clubhouse off the ground this year, and I'm like,
anything you want a 4-wheeler, son?
That's what I'm like. I'm like, well, to me that's easy because I'm pretty crafty with wood and building
construction.
The worst thing I think about
you gonna call Hunter
is digging them holes.
You gonna call Hunter?
I'm like, I gotta dig holes to set them holes.
It's misery.
It's misery. I mean, before we got county water out here now. There's a well up behind my house. I'd like to know what they had to do.
Holy cow!
To drill for that well, because I bet they had a time of their life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I welcome anybody because we're extending the Pure Whitetail Farm.
Yes.
If you can hand dig a hole without a piece of equipment, come on over.
Come on over. No spud bar.
No spud bar.
You're allowed to use the post hole diggers, and that's it.
That's it.
Yep.
And good luck.
Yep. Good luck.
We'll see you in 2 days.
Yeah, no kidding. So Hunter and Logan done most of that, all that hard work busting that out. They was here helping. We had a lot of help getting the farm going. Then a lot of help from not just and everything wasn't about the farm.
You were. I mean, like we were here building the farm, and you were kind of sitting at the office.
Oh shoot!
Doing all the
to start a company right,
to do
it the right way,
all that paperwork,
to do it the right way, and not just to start a company, but to start a company and make sure you're protected and you do it right.
Yeah,
it is absolutely mind blowing everything that needs to be taken care of.
I'm sorry to give him the look.
You're making too much noise.
I'm sorry.
But I mean. And a lot. That's what a lot of people don't understand.
Because you come here, like, Grant, we got to go to this meeting today to the lawyers to do this and do that. I'm like, well, I'm over here doing this. I can't.
Yeah, right.
No,
right.
we have to go.
No, you're stopping what you're doing and we're going to the lawyer.
Yeah.
But, that's a constant, and that's never stopped. I mean, we're 4 years in and it's like, we got to do this, we got to do this, we got to do. And you think, well, we had to do all this last year. We ain't gonna have to do this year, and then we end up doing more of that than So it's a constantly revolving.
Yes, it never stops.
It never stops. It's always, not revolving, evolving, and it's constant. It's nonstop. And we've had a lot of people that helped us in the beginning. That volunteered their help in the beginning. That was already in the industry.
Yeah.
Luckily, one thing I didn't touch on is last year is how I got actually in the quote unquote the industry. I do give credit to my wife. Yes, she kills bigger deer than me. She killed a world record. We ended up getting invited to go on a hunting show, Hunting the World Southern Style, with Ken Cobb and Hal Schaefer. Hal actually still has a show on the Outdoor Channel called The Drop Zone. I'm sure a lot of you know him from that. And then, so we got invited to start filming. Heather got invited down to the Dixie Deer Classic, North Carolina, to do a show with. It was actually Mark Jury, Heather, and Ted Nugent. And then while we were there, we got introduced to Ken and Hal, and they invited us on to the show to film. And then actually, Willie and I started filming like long time ago. You know, literally, like, to even say that now, we're talking 17 years ago. This spring will be 17
The year I
years.
graduated.
Yeah. Me and Willie was already filming hunts before Grant graduated. So, and me and Willie filmed. Let's see, Willie, the first hunt we ever got on film was Willie filmed me killing a Jake in Ross, right?
Hey,
Harrison.
I do have a question for
Harrison,
you.
yeah.
Honest question. When you gonna kill bigger deer than Heather?
So after that,
Hey, whoa! you're when you gonna kill a bigger deer than Heather?
probably never. Probably never. I mean, the odds are not in my favor. I'm 43 already.
You've tried hard, haven't you?
I've traveled the world, traveled the whole country. I mean, that's all everybody wants to talk about.
She has the biggest deer in your house, doesn't
Yeah,
she?
she does. So we started filming. Then I started traveling, hunting, and I started meeting a lot of people. Started working a little bit behind the scenes with Ken and Hal, and then got to go to the HEA, the SHOT Show. Started meeting people on our own. Started learning how to talk to people, talk to other companies, learning how to talk to, try to get partnerships, and took it from there. Did that, I don't know, Willie, how long? 5 or 6 years, probably. 6, maybe 7 years. Did it for a long time. Then got out and got back in.
Then your golden angel came.
Then got in with another show and
Maybe?
huh?
Was it 2012?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, we've done it for a while.
I mean, when you got
13.
I will say you
13.
you ignored your golden angel for a moment,
Yeah, I know.
and then you're like, "There's my angel."
So I got with the show. Actually, I got with Chris Duncan with Trophy Pursuit. Chris works for GMS, is what they're GSM, which used to be Muddy, who bought Muddy, and we had a show together called Trophy Pursuit. I left there, and then we started Sick for the Hunt, and so that's kind of how I got in the industry. I had a lot of contacts in the industry. I made a lot of friends over the years at Hunting the World and Trophy Pursuit. Made a lot of friends, and then Sick for the Hunt took off. But some of the people that helped in the very beginning of Pure Whitetail was actually hunters wearing a sweatshirt of them right now, and that's Joe and Tim, the owners of Upwind. Oh. They helped us at the very beginning. Jeff Peel from Tacticam became a good confidant, and when we needed some opinions, Jeff was happy to answer questions. And even though we're not partnered with him anymore, Dan Drake, that's the owner of Scent Crusher, was very, very good at helping us navigate the very beginning. So a huge thank you to Joe and Tim, the owners of Upwind, Jeff Peel, the owners of Tacticam, Dan Drake, the owner of Scent Crusher. They all was very, very unselfish with their advice, very, very unselfish with because, Grant and I, we just talked about this yesterday, seems like the people at the top.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
They refuse to give you advice, refuse to give you the shortcuts, but we were lucky that we were friends with them. We were friends with Jeff, Dan, Joe, and Tim, and not just them, not just that group, but others as well. But them are the ones that stick out to me, and that are actually owners of companies in the industry. But it's all like a secret.
I ain't telling you.
Yeah, like I'm not telling you because you might come after me. So we was very thankful that those group of individuals were very forthcoming with advice. And we're forever in debt of the advice that they gave us. They set us on the right path, because, we had, it doesn't, let's be honest, we talked about last week about, how bad you want it, determination, overcoming fear. But if you don't have some guidance to take that, it doesn't matter how, what you can do necessarily, but you got to have guidance, and you got to overcome the fear to talk to people like that.
Yes. You got to overcome the fear of asking a question.
That's right.
Because if you don't ask a question, it'll never be answered.
Right.
And it'll always run in the back of your mind like, well, what happened if I would ask that question?
Right.
Where would I be today?
Yep.
And,
Yep.
So,
and we ain't afraid to ask questions.
Nope, I'll ask you right now.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't care who you are.
Mm-hmm.
If I think you're going to help me and benefit, Pure Whitetail, I'm going to ask you a question.
I'm going to ask you a question.
And if you say, well, I can't tell you, I'm like, well, can't you help me just a little bit?
Right. Yeah.
Because
Point me in the right direction.
point me in the right direction.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Because, it's no joke is we'll make one phone call and it will lead to get one answer, and it'll lead in 5 other different phone calls to get the right, get the
real answer.
the real answer.
Right.
So, it takes a while.
That happens all the time.
It happened.
It's happening to me today. That's why I had a bad day today.
Just like explain the blister packaging we're doing.
Oh,
I have been on the phone all week with different people. I've been on the phone with Primos.
and blister pack. Explain to the people what blister packaging is for
okay.
those who don't know.
Blister packaging is, you get your call backing card. So your card that has all the label, like your advertisement on it, and this little plastic piece that will hold your product
To the card.
to the card. You wouldn't believe
Just the tool.
the tool and what it takes to get to that little piece onto the card.
Yep.
It'll blow your mind.
It will. Grant called me 2 days ago and said, "Are you sitting down?" And I was like, "What happened?" I thought a deer died or something. And I was like, "What happened?" And he goes, "Man, I just got a quote for the one tool die to make the plastic piece of
For
our
the 2-ounce bottle.
for the 2-ounce bottle of the blister packaging." I'm like, "All right, I'm sitting down." And I was like, "Whoa," like, holy cow, and then Grant goes, "Keep in mind, we got 3 that we got to buy."
Yeah.
That we got to have built and buy, so, stuff like that. But, and like getting back to that, very thankful for the people who has helped us get to
Yes.
where, so just because you have the motivation, just because you can overcome the fear, just because, you have more desire and drive to do it than anybody else on earth, you got to have a few breaks along the way too. You got to have the right contacts. You got to, and Grant and I, just like I had somebody call me the other night, we're more than happy to help anybody that we can, and we'll be 100% honest with you.
And you might not like it.
You might not like the answer, because we'll be 100% honest.
I'll be honest with you, and it might hurt your feelings, but when I tell you the answer, I'm giving you my thoughts and my true belief behind something, and I'm sorry if I can, I'm
So
sorry if it hurt your
basically,
feelings.
what you're saying is, if somebody comes to you with a product,
Yes.
a product idea, and I've seen you do it before. Mm-hmm. You've told them no,
ain't gonna happen.
no, it ain't gonna happen.
Not a good idea.
Not a good idea. It's too expensive to produce, too expensive to manufacture, whatever.
Yeah, from the bottom, because you look from the ground, because that's years my year. Like, we gotta start at the base and build the base, and then we start building the house.
Right.
I started thinking, when somebody brings a product, like, well, what's the base? We gotta build the base first.
Right.
And I start thinking about it. I'm like, well, it's gonna be too much.
Right.
To even get off, and people are like, well, you're wrong. I'm like, well, that's my opinion.
That's my opinion. And
Prove me wrong.
prove me wrong. That's what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
Just like last week when I said the girl at AK said, you're gonna leave AK to do what?
Yeah.
Sell deer pee.
It's
Yeah.
the one that, we talked about the watching the motivational videos.
Mm-hmm.
One of, I have things I remember about them,
Yeah.
and you say you're going to walk up this mountain, you're going to jump off this mountain, your wings are going to open up,
Yep.
but then you're going to hit a rock and your wings are going to fold up and you're going to fall a little bit, and then they're going to open back up again, and you're going to do the same thing, and you're going to repeat and repeat, and eventually your wings will open up and you're going to
You're gonna
soar.
Yep.
And as a pure white tail, Josh might feel different, but I feel like we finally kind of hit the bottom, and we're starting to soar to the top.
Yeah.
We're starting to get to the clouds, and we're going to get to see the sun.
Right. Yeah, I feel like we're definitely we started, we've come down, we've been knocked down. Our wings open back up. We've been knocked down. Our wings are open back up. Now I feel like we're at the bottom, and now we're starting to come up.
Yeah, like we're in the cloud. It's cloudy.
It's cloudy, yeah. I mean, and a lot of people, I think sometimes you and I, and it's, let me see how I want to say this. It's human nature to want other people to think everything's sunshine and rainbows, because
it's not.
And me, it's not. No, it's not. And Grant and I both have that personality where we want people to be happy. We want people.
I will suffer to make sure other people are happy.
Right, exactly. And I'm the same way. So we like try to keep a positive attitude no matter what. No matter how bad it is on the inside, because I can tell you in the first couple years of Pure Whitetail, there was some times where there was no money in the bank account.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Grant, sorry, buddy, we ain't getting a paycheck this week. I mean, how many times did that happen?
That's happened quite a few.
But we have, not to my knowledge that I can remember, unless it was by accident, like I done Willie one time, missed his paycheck. Because Willie was like, hey, man, did you forget about me? And yes. I'm like, holy cow, I forgot about you, man. I apologize, So, but we will go with that, but that's just us. But I don't want everybody to think that it's all sunshine and rainbows either, because it's not,
I'll say, me and Josh can have some bad arguments. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, if people didn't know who we were, like, mainly Heather and Rachel, they can understand. Me and you can have some.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean Willie's witnessed it. The management team, they know.
We can have some nasty arguments.
Yeah.
But a half hour later, like, where are we going to lunch?
Yeah, we've been able to separate the business and the friendship.
Oh,
it's never been really that hard either.
No,
because even after our, dang near fist fight at the barn in the very first management meeting, we were half an hour later we were
at El Barzone
eating salsa and chips. Yeah. So I mean it's
worked out great.
It's worked, yeah, and you got to be able to separate that, because if you couldn't separate it, pure whitetail wouldn't exist right now.
No,
at least not with both of us in it. I mean, it just because one, it can't exist without the other. So there would be none if we couldn't. Yeah, it would have failed. It would have failed the first year, because I mean there was way more instances just that first meeting, but you got to be able to separate that, and we just. But we're very thankful of the people that was there at the very beginning that already had experienced what we were going through.
And they were basically volunteering their time. On our dream.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And they were volunteering their time on our dream.
Yep.
And a promise saying, if we can get there, we're going to take care of you guys.
Right.
And make it, worth your time.
Right.
And, we're still working on it. We're still trying.
Yep. Right.
I mean, to me, if I look at it, I'm still at the bottom of the mountain on that part.
Oh yeah.
And to me, I want my whole management team every day with us, hanging out. Because could you imagine the fun?
Oh, it would be out of control.
All I can say is I'll have the biggest Nerf gun in the shop. That's all I can say.
Right. We're trying. We're getting there. But yeah. So just
it's
forever.
Not that fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, Nate's a little stressed right now. He's got a lot on his plate right now. So
there's a lot.
One request.
Yeah.
Basketball court.
All
right.
We just said that earlier. Yeah.
I guess we're going.
Well, I guess we're going to get a basketball court in the new shop. But I mean, we're forever grateful for the people who had helped us get there in the beginning. Like we said, all the management team, obviously, Heather, Rachel, and family members too. Both sides.
My dad,
your dad. I mean, just everybody. My mom. How many bottles has my mom pulled in the shop? How many boxes has everybody made? I mean, everybody's had a role. My 85-year-old grandma comes over and helps. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody helps. My mom, my dad, your dad. Grandpa Jack's come over. I mean, when we busted the water line 3 or 4 times down there at the barn.
I have dug the water line up at the barn.
I think 4 times.
4 times.
Because it busted. We dug it up once. It busted.
Yeah.
We dug it up again. It busted again. Then we had to dig it up. So we dug it up 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it busted twice. So we dug it up 3.
Knock on wood.
Yeah,
It's holding right now.
it was a nightmare. It was bad.
That was a nightmare.
Yep.
Tiny.
Then you came and fixed mine.
Yeah, that's right. Willie's like, "Hey, man, I got a busted water line." I was like,
I was
I had surgery or something.
"Yeah, you did."
Yeah.
Yeah, and Grant was like, "Hey, me and Josh got that water line, man. We're pros at it now. We'll come over and do it.
We're experienced.
We're experienced. Unfortunately, we're experienced. Yeah, but yeah. So there's been so many people to get us to where we're at, and we're forever grateful. And one of the number one, and it's not just any person, it's a group, and that group is, as Grant just said a second ago, and how that group became about. We were walking down in the roll shop. When we worked at the mill.
We were halfway through.
Yeah, I can remember what part of the roll shop we were at.
We walk in the door, and you kind of walk that diagonal path, and you start that straight, long walk.
Yep.
We were right in there.
Yep.
Like where they set the rolls after they're finished.
Yep.
After they're wrapped.
4 high rack.
Yep.
Yep. We were walking down through there.
How many times you gonna drop that phone tonight?
I'm sorry,
Hey.
guys.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
You-
I
Give me the look again.
Yeah, I know. Come on.
All right.
normally get the looks.
Yeah.
I'm trying to take care of Willie here. It is my fault I dropped my phone. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So we were walking in the roll shop, and I just had this thought, and I wanted to call Grant so bad and tell him, but I wanted to see his face when I told him what I wanted to do. And so we're walking in the roll shop. I said, I got an idea. And he's like, what's that?
Hold on. Before you start this, I need full honesty. I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Okay, so go on.
Okay. So we're walking down the roll shop, and I said, I got an idea. And he's like, what's that? And I said, I want to start a field staff. And he goes, well, what's that mean? I was like, well, I want to start. I said, we have no money. We have no way to advertise the business. I said, we can't afford magazines. We can't afford TV. Can't afford to sponsor any TV shows. We can't afford to basically do anything but pay for the deer. And, get bottles and stuff like that. I said, we need a way to promote, and be able to afford it, but also get the word out.
Yep.
And he was like, okay, I follow you. So what is the field staff going to do? I said, we're going to treat them.
Just go ahead and get it over with.
Yeah, just go ahead and get it over with, Nate. Go ahead.
All right, sorry.
Old Shaker's there. he,
What do you call it?
old Shakers.
Oh, Shaker.
There ain't gonna be no snake in the grass
It
like
ain't-
slide.
Yeah, it
right
ain't
there.
going to be quiet. Just go ahead and
Just
get it
go
over
ahead
with.
and get it over with. All right.
So,
Sorry.
all right. So I said, we're going to treat them like gold. And I'm going to tell you where I get that feeling at. And when I first got into this industry, I guess you could say, when I was with Hunting the World and I was walking around at the ATA show, I was so, I've never been the kind of person that you got to be nice to me, or, that was disrespectful. I've never been that kind of person.
Hold on. I'm gonna rattle myself a little bit.
Okay. I know what you're going to say.
When I walk by somebody, it's pretty high up, and you ask me a question,
Yeah. Well,
And-
we were walking. Well, I know what you're getting ready to say. We were walking in the ATA. Speaking of the ATA, and I'll get back to my story in a second. We were walking in the ATA, and it was Grant's first year over there. And Grant didn't watch hunting shows,
No.
so he didn't know. And we were walking, and there was a whole big crowd of people, and there was people asking, this guy was signing autographs, and Grant goes, who's that guy? And why are they getting his autograph? I said, that's Michael Waddell. He goes, who's that? You know? And I was like, Michael Waddell, Realtree Road Trips, Bone Collector. He goes, never heard of him. We just kept on walking. I was like, all right. I was like, daggone.
Hey, I will be thankful because I think it still helps me today. Is like, yeah, I've learned to know who people are now, but fame,
Well, it's different because we talk to them.
we talk to them now.
We talk to everybody like on a business level now, you know.
Yeah, but like fame don't bother. Like,
Yeah, right. It doesn't affect. Yeah, and I'm the kind of
same way.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah,
it's just a person.
yeah. It's just they're just like everybody
They-
else. Yeah,
I promise you, they put their left leg or right leg in the pant leg in the morning, and
Yep.
then they put their other leg in the pant leg, and they pull their pants up.
Yep.
And that's who they are.
yep.
And
they ain't no different. Yeah,
That's how
And
I've
they'll
always-
even tell you that too.
I mean,
Yep.
we were talking earlier to our field staff. I can't remember his name. The football player you like a lot.
Tom Brady.
Oh, Tom Brady.
I could walk down the street and walk by him, and I wouldn't recognize him.
You wouldn't know who he was. Yeah.
So I mean, it's
Yep.
I kind of like the life that I kind of like. That
If it
life.
ain't on the History Channel, Grant don't know who it is.
Yeah, if it's on the if we seen
Forged in Fire.
Forge and Fire,
He knows all them guys.
all them guys, or Pickers,
Yeah, American Pickers.
American Pickers.
Yeah, you know them.
I know that. I'd be like, hey, look at him. Now I might be a little shocked right there. 'Cause
Yeah.
but believe it or not, my dad gave the shorter guy.
Yeah.
I think it was a shorter guy. I can't remember which one it was. Had to take him back to his home, to his house.
Oh, really?
A couple years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But getting back
Sorry.
to that's all right. Getting back to the field staff part is, and the reason why I say I want to treat them like kings is because of when I was at the ATA, them companies treated me like crap. Okay, I'm definitely not going to call out any of the company names, but they treated me so bad that it left such an impression that I mean, I thought about it all the time. I'm like, well, what can I do? And then finally, when we got to the point where we had a company, and I'm like, it just kind of like,
Well,
I'm going to give everybody a
not
chance.
to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Me and you experienced that together.
Oh yeah,
You
more
remember
than
wh-
one.
you remember where we were at?
I know exactly where we're at. I remember what company it was.
Wasn't everything. And
Yep. And I
we
know-
were told to come,
Yeah, we were told. They invited us.
and we showed up, and I kid you not. I mean, you on camera right now, you can see how we're dressed. We might have a little bit, we had nicer clothes on,
Yep.
but we're two rednecks, I feel like. And we walked up, and they were like, "Oh, here you guys go. Here's your 20% discount."
Yeah, we don't want to be bothered.
We only bought, and then we was like, "Hey, we're Josh and Grant from Six." Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like,
Yeah, and they
Why
just put.
you-
Why does it matter?
yeah, why are you treating people like that?
Yeah, and then it left such a lasting impression on Grant and I that we actually wouldn't even entertain an offer to be partnered with them, because if they treated us like that before they knew who we was, Grant and I treat everybody the same.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you're somebody like Michael Waddell, Lee and Tiffany, because I talked to Lee and Tiffany last year, and Hunter. The Hunter and I talked to, and I pulled Lee to the side and talked to him about pure whitetail. I talked to him the same way as I talked to anybody
Yeah.
that walks up to me at a trade show. I talk to them the same as I talk to anybody else, and it really bothered both Grant and I that guy, when he didn't even want to talk to us about anything, just like handed us a 20% off coupon, say, here you go, man, we ain't got time. And I was like, oh, I said, well, you guys actually invited us over here. And he was like, what's your name? And I was like, Josh and Grant with Sick for the Hunt and Pure Whitetail. And he was like, oh man, I'm sorry, and then we kind of just blew him off right then.
Yeah. I don't do business with that because
It is horrible.
it sets me the wrong. It
And-
sets the wrong way.
And that's the reason.
They're treating people like that
Yep.
that pays their bills every day,
Yep. They're the
and it just
that's
it
exactly right.
burnt the fire.
Yep.
Talk about lighting the fire. Well, you lit the fire a little bit more.
Yeah,
'cause-
and that's what when we talk to other owners of much bigger companies than Pure Whitetail, when we talk to them other owners of the companies and they ask, say, man, tell us about your field staff. Tell us about your field staff. And then we was like, that field staff, that group of people is the only reason that you have a company and you have a job. If it wasn't for people like people on the Pure Whitetail field staff, you wouldn't have a job.
Yeah.
You would be out of work because they're the entire reason
Yeah.
that you have a job, that your company exists, and 99%, no, I won't say 99%. I'll say most of the companies out there take that for granted.
Oh, 100%. Well, I'm fortunate that we get to go to the Badlands Film Festival.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm sitting here, and I feel guilty
Oh, yeah.
because the guy that, pays for all these companies, buys these guys products. Now they're sitting here enjoying this, and I'm getting to enjoy it, but the guy that got you there is not getting to enjoy this.
Right.
And, it bothers me.
And that was the reason, that was the whole premise of that field staff. That was
the whole premise. Cause
and then, we started that field staff. We said we're going to treat them like gold, and we're going to let them promote our products for us because we can't afford, and we're going to be honest with them. We're going to say, hey, we need help. Help us. This is, we're going to make this your company too. And that's the way that we've been we've been perfectly honest with the field staff on everything. We don't get involved with drama, but we just lay it all on the line. They know almost everything.
Some don't like decisions we've done, but
right.
It's what we thought was best for the company.
What we thought was best for all involved.
It's just not mine, Josh's decision anymore. We bounce them off Heather and Rachel. We bounce them off Willie and Nate, Chris, the whole.
Arlen. Yep.
It's like a whole group.
Yep.
And I will say, like, when we have problems, we kind of call Willie.
Oh yeah.
When we're like, okay, this is what we're doing. Like, we're aggravated. And Willie.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's cool.
He's cool. He's smooth. He's level-headed.
He's level-headed. Sometimes he calms us down, or all the time he calms us down, and he says, "This is how we need to handle this."
Yeah.
What my favorite ATA memory was?
What's that?
So I've been to 3 ATAs now. You guys started bringing me 3 years ago. And I've known all the celebrities and all the big names all these years, and I don't go up to them and none of that.
Right.
But in 3 shows, my most memorable moment was when Michael Footy whistled that taxi
Yes.
in Louisville.
You ain't kidding.
Yeah.
Dude, out of everybody I saw there, out of everything that we done, that sticks with me the most.
He said, "I always wanted to do that."
I've always wanted to do that my whole
Stepped
life.
out on the curb. We were waiting on the light.
It was in
to change.
Indianapolis, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Indianapolis or
No,
Louisville?
Louisville.
Louisville. Yeah.
And he went, taxi! And dude, we all just hit the ground. laughing.
It's funny, and we talk about that all the time.
And
Heather.
he turned around and said, "I always wanted to do that." I'm like,
Well, I started crying. We lost it.
It was the best.
It was the best. It was. And actually, we talk about that so much. Like, literally, I promise you right now, God strike me dead, if me and Heather wasn't driving down the road yesterday and was talking about that in the truck.
Really?
About Michael Footy whistling the taxi.
I've told that story at work.
Yeah.
I've told that story at Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just something
And-
that,
Right.
you look at it. Michael was a guest of ours.
Right. Yep.
And it meant a lot to him to be there.
Absolutely, yeah.
And just the way he gelled with everybody,
Oh yeah, he's
It was
fantastic.
amazing.
Yeah, and what Willie said, being a guest of ours, is the last 3 years in a row we've took an ATA, a Pure Whitetail field staff member to the ATA. So we've let them experience, because for those of you who don't know that's listening to the podcast, the ATA is closed to the public. It is basically what it is, well, we have our opinions, but I guess the public's view of it is what it is for companies to come in, introduce new products, and release it to the dealers
Well,
mom
everybody-
and pop
Not
shops.
everybody sits at home on their
Yeah.
Facebook and watches it.
Right, right. So that was the whole premise of the field staff, and was, the experiences I had in the beginning, and the experience we continue to have, even at the level that we're at now, we still experience it.
Yes.
On almost a daily basis. We get turned down constantly. People don't understand. People don't understand. And we wanted to give back. Okay, treat. It's so simple. Imagine what the world would be like, not just in the hunting industry, but imagine what the world would be like if it was just so simple. Treat others how you would want to be treated. If we could all do that, and that's what we've done to the field staff, and we took it and even a step farther with the bash. I come to Grant and I was like, Grant, my whole life, I've wanted to have a party. I like people, I like people.
And I was like, I'm good at throwing parties.
Yeah, Grant goes, well, I'm pretty good at throwing parties. And I was like, well, not that kind of party. I said, because we're going to have kids there. He goes, I can do that. He said, we can put on one heck of a party. He said, you want a party? He said, we're going to have a party. And I was like, all right. I said, I want to invite everybody. And he goes, okay. Never hesitated 1 second, did you?
Nope.
Never even hesitated.
More the merrier.
Yeah, because I was like, man, what's Grant gonna think? I'm like, well, I want to spend money we do not have, and I want to feed everybody, and I don't want them to pay for nothing. And Grant was, without hesitation, Grant goes, sounds awesome, let's do it.
I mean, Nate's been with me a long time.
Yeah.
Nate's got seen, I had to shop at my
Oh
old
yeah,
house.
yep.
And he got to see what I turned the barn into for a party.
Disco.
I mean,
I've got videos.
we won't release those. But, I mean, I turned the barn into,
You had a disco ball, didn't you?
I had
Yeah.
disco ball. I had
Yeah, I
I had
remember.
strobe lights. I had
Yeah.
colored lights. I mean, you thought you were at a dance club on Dickey Road, and you were out in the country.
Yep.
And when Josh said he wanted to have a party, I'm like, all right, we're going to have a party.
I know it, and I was scared. I was like, man, what's Grant gonna say if I say I want to spend money we don't even, we can't afford it, but we're gonna feed everybody? And I can remember, it brings tears to my eyes. When I think of pure whitetail, the memory that sticks in my mind the most at the beginning is, and I knew we had something. We started the field staff, and the moment, and I got chills right now, and it's freaking hot in here.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I got chills, and it's freaking hot, let me tell you. The moment that I knew we had something special was on the very first bash, on the very first morning, and there was a line about 150 yards long of people waiting to buy stuff out of my garage. And I'm like,
It was hot in that garage.
well, we didn't even know if anybody was going to, sorry guys, I had to turn that off. Nate's sitting over there in a t-shirt and a thong, and
Willie's getting to that point.
Willie's panting like an old hound dog in August, laying on the front porch.
I don't have a thong though.
Yeah.
It's pretty hot.
But I knew we had something special when people started showing up by the hundreds. Now imagine this, guys. Pure whitetail was literally like a month and a half old.
Yeah.
I mean, like literally a month and a half old. And the first bash, we have 500 people.
Oh,
Probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
We
we
had-
thought we were.
We literally had 500 people show up from all over the country. I mean, people drove 8,
Oregon.
10, 12. Oregon, yeah. The furthest that traveled was Oregon. And I looked at Grant and I said, we ain't got enough food, bro. Because we had no idea how many people was going to show up.
But people, we thought we didn't have enough food, but people started cooking
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Right.
during lunch.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
bringing food to
And
us.
bringing food. Yep.
I will say, if you ever want to sample food from all over the country,
Oh, yeah. The pure whitetail
the pure whitetail
bash is it.
bash is it. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't tell you what I've tried, half of it,
Oh, yeah.
but
It put me in the hospital last
it's
year.
put, You've been in the hospital twice for the bash
2 years in a row.
because once you were soft playing volleyball.
No, I tore
Undefeated.
undefeated. Yeah.
Like you're soft.
No,
And then
I
last
was
year,
no. Let me tell you something. No, let me tell you something. I
No,
wasn't
bro.
soft because I tore all the ligaments out of my foot and stayed and still served, and we won the game.
but anyway, last year broke out.
See, I said, hey, this is a podcast. I ain't getting no credit on this on the podcast.
No, you're not getting credit on this. I'm gonna give you credit down the road. So, and then
He's gonna make me wait.
hey, I'm Trump. Biden, be quiet. So,
Wow. Wow.
hey, I'm talking.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you that. I apologize.
That's funny though.
Yeah.
That's funny. Go ahead, Trump.
Thank you. Last year you broke out in hives. So this coming year,
That was rough, bro.
we have all put like a benefit together, like a charity, and we have bought you a bubble suit
Bubble suit.
for the 2021.
I'm not
batch.
allowed to eat nobody else's food.
A bubble
Nope.
suit and an EpiPen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And so when we put you out there on the pond,
Oh, it's bad, bro.
you'll float.
Yeah. I got my own personal float.
You get your own personal float. When you come Saturday to the bash, no one can skin touch you, or
yeah.
and all you can eat is what Heather feeds you.
Yeah. Whew, man, that was rough. It was a rough deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway,
Anyway,
we'll
yeah,
say it for
but-
another day.
But that's when I think we knew
We had something.
we had something. And when we were
We were
and-
on our long weekend. We had that first bash.
Yeah, that's where for those of you
I
who
took
don't know.
vacation
Right.
for the first bash.
Right. That's why the bash dates was them dates.
Yeah.
Is because it was our long weekend.
weekend.
Yeah. And I remember we worked that whole week of midnights.
And we get up and build the stage and
Build
get
the
things ready.
Yeah.
And
We worked that whole week of midnights just getting ready.
like for the staff members, and I don't care if you're not a staff member. If you just want to come see Pure Whitetail at the fullest power, come to the bash
And see what we're all about.
and see what we're all about.
Man.
Yeah.
And
There's some of the most charitable moments that I've been a part of in my life have happened at that
That's
bash.
right.
Yeah.
And-
And that's no joke.
Yep.
I mean, it
It's
takes
a
a
good bunch of people.
Yep.
it takes a week to get ready.
Oh yeah, a solid week. Yeah.
Usually by Tuesday,
Well,
I'm stressed out.
well, Heather's already working on stuff for
Yeah.
the bash. She's already working on the food, and then she'll start 2 months before reserving the jumps because we get jumps for all the kids.
Yeah, we get
the
bouncy-
blow-up,
we get the big bouncy houses.
houses for the kids.
I mean, and I will tell you, like, not to interrupt, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but this is the most kid-friendliest event
Yeah.
on Saturday that it can be.
No alcohol.
There's no alcohol, and I've had people come up to me and say, I've had the most fun in my entire life, and I haven't drank a drop.
Yep.
And,
That's
that's saying a lot. Because,
that's saying a lot.
I mean, it's no secret, I'm a guy who likes to go out and have a good time and have a drink. Mm-hmm. But Saturday, we don't drink. And
Right.
I look forward to the bash. Me and you up on stage, and I get my phone out. And when I get my phone out, they know what I'm doing. I'm setting dates
Yep, that's right.
for the next bash.
Yep. We look forward to it, and it's I wish everybody could have that feeling of what it's like to give back. Because
Great
and we've said this before. When you give back, and when you do something for somebody, and without a shadow of a doubt that they appreciate it, right? That they really. I mean,
Appreciate
they don't just say thank you.
How about this? When we gave that bow, bow away last year,
Uh huh.
and I look over to my, this is how memories burn.
Uh huh.
I look over my right hand side. Cody Kelly, Larry McCoy, Philip
Yep.
are all standing over there, and I got all them guys crying. We're handing that
Yep.
a Pure Whitetail Elite bow
That's
away,
right. Yep.
and then boys are crying over there. Like,
Yep.
I mean, I'm not trying to
Big
pick on them.
big dogs.
Big dogs.
Yep.
And we got them pouring tears. I mean,
Yep.
every year me and Josh cry at the bash.
Oh, I can't help it. I tell Grant every year.
I'm strong enough.
I ain't
cry.
doing it this year, man. There ain't- No matter what, I ain't freaking crying, but I do it every year.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and
But that's
memories-
passion.
That's passion and memories like that. And the guy walking up getting a bow. He's in tears, and I'm just like, that's giving back. I don't. whatever the boat, the boat cost us money.
Do you remember the biggest kind of event that started all that?
Yes,
Yes.
I do.
Michael Footy.
Michael Footy. Yeah,
Michael Footy.
yeah. People.
That's
giving
kind of
them
when
money.
I first got in the staff, and I don't remember the exact circumstances, but I was in awe.
I went. I did a little.
I was like, holy.
Well,
I did a little research on that.
That was Garrett Pape that started it.
Kurt Thomas.
Kurt Thomas
Then Garrett.
and Garrett ran.
Then
came on.
Garrett ran with it, but I went back and did the research, and found the footage, the video footage, from when all that started. Kurt said, "I want to give this," and then Garrett Pape took it and ran with it and took it to the next level.
And it became, that was when we first started the field staff, and it became where one night we're going to have Michael Footy on here
Yep.
and let him explain it to you. But Michael Footy had everything in the world
It was unbelievable.
you could imagine.
Yeah, I was
to hunt
blown
with.
away.
I was
when
too.
I saw that. I hadn't been on the staff very long because I'd been out of the industry for a while.
Yeah.
And that was one of the first things I saw when you guys invited me to the page, and I was freaking blown away. I
mean,
was
yeah.
like, this is special.
He had a bedroom full,
Completely full
completely full
of hunting stuff.
of hunting stuff
It was unbelievable.
from the pure whitetail family.
Yeah.
And that's when we call it staff, but I say that day right there kind of turned the switch where it became family and friends. People didn't know people became friends, and they talk every day now. They hang out.
Yeah, it's I had I've been a big fan of Mark and Terry Jury for a long time, and when Mark and Terry Jury started having people leave and start their own show, I'm like, in my mind back then, I thought, man, I bet that ticks them off that some of their best producers of hunts, which is how Mark and Terry make their living, I bet that ticks them off that they're leaving and starting their own show, and then as I got older, I realized it was the exact opposite. That just made Mark and Terry look that much bigger, that they found that talent, right? That they found that talent. They helped create that talent, and then that talent went out and done their thing. And that's happened quite a few times on the Pure Whitetail, field staff, where guys have created companies
Yeah.
off of Pure Whitetail.
I will say, guys create companies, they'll ask us, and we help.
Oh yeah, we'll help. Yeah,
And we push them.
right.
If you're
push
using Pure Whitetail products,
Yeah,
yes, we're going to help you.
yeah, right. And I think, and some of the companies that have started, like with a lot of Pure Whitetail help, I think it gets kind of construed, and people assume that we don't like them people. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. Heck, you got your start because your company exists because because of Pure. Let's just be honest, because of Pure Whitetail, it as a big role in it. You went out and done your own thing. You put in your risk. So I'm not taking any of that away from you.
Yeah.
But a lot of it was from I won't say a lot, but some of it involved Pure Whitetail.
Networking.
Yeah,
Networking.
networking.
And let me say what I want to say to you. If I was hating against people that went and started their own companies,
Oh Lord,
I would, I'm proud of you guys doing that.
absolutely.
And
Because you did, I respect it.
I wouldn't, there wouldn't be enough time in the day. And why would I want to focus myself on something like that?
Right,
I want, I'm a positive person. I want to stay positive.
right.
And negativity,
Oh,
I push
it's a
it
killer.
aside, and I'm happy for you, and I love you.
Yep.
Do good
Yep.
and stay strong, and let's see you be the top with us.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Well, to prove this point, how many products does Pure Whitetail sell that a staffer actually produces?
Oh, yeah.
Like the keychains, the bow slings.
Well,
Yeah.
We actually we pay companies that are owned by field staffers to produce products for Pure Whitetail.
Right. Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
mean, it's not.
well,
Yep.
That's
And companies that have started and they have since left Pure Whitetail. There's I can think of 2, 3, maybe even 4 that started that wasn't in existence when they became a Pure Whitetail field staff member. They started their company, you know, with the help.
Right.
You know, I'm not saying I respect the risk that they took because we know what it's like. I respect the risk that they took. Yeah. And everything. But Pure Whitetail was there in the beginning. That's what, going back to that jury thing. And people think that just because that they left, they're not a part of the field staff anymore. People automatically assume that we don't like them or that, you know,
Right.
You know, couldn't be farther from the truth. I respect them and I'm happy for them. And I want everybody to succeed.
It's easier to like people.
Oh my gosh, it's so much easier.
And root people on.
Yep.
Because that'd be a whole nother subject. But to dislike somebody and disgrade them.
Right.
Because
that's too much energy.
That's too much energy. I got, let me tell you, I got energy building Pure Whitetail. I ain't got energy to disgrading somebody else.
Right.
And I'm not going to spend the time doing that. So.
Right. Yeah, you need to find something else to do. If you got that, if you're hating on somebody, you need to find something else to do.
Hey, my mom always told me, she says, if they're wasting their breath on you, they got too much time on their hands.
That's right. Absolutely. They got too much time on their hands. I want everybody to be successful. I don't care if you like me or not, or if you like Pure Whitetail or not.
Yeah.
I want everybody to be successful.
I don't care if you like Pure Whitetail, me, Josh.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
I hope the best for you. And, I ain't going to dislike you, and you ain't going to hear a bad word out of my mouth because I ain't got time for you.
I ain't got time for it.
That's because you, Josh and Grant, look at people in this industry as colleagues and not competitors.
Right, exactly.
That is the difference between you and everybody else. Yeah. You look at them as colleagues, in the same industry and not competitors.
Well, people like that, they don't understand we are in a small industry, and that the hunting industry alone, the hate that we have outside of hunters, it overweighs hunters.
And we're doing such a disservice to But
I'm saving that for another day.
Yeah, we're doing such a disservice to ourselves and to the sport that we love and that we're all obsessed with. The only thing we're doing is helping the antis.
Tearing
it down.
We're helping the antis tear the whole industry apart.
Yeah.
So
save that hate that wants to take away our.
So for the guys that hate on Pure Whitetail, or guys that hate, this is a totally different subject, but you got me fired up. The guys that hate on Pure Whitetail or hate on any guy, I don't care if it's a deer scent company to a broadhead company, arrow company, bow company. You hating on them, you're destroying the industry.
Yep.
And I guarantee, and I'll say it to your face any day.
Yep. You're part of it. You're part of the anti-hunters. Well, actually, you're, in my opinion, they're worse.
Yes.
They're worse than the anti-hunters because the anti-hunters are not trying to tear down themselves. They're trying to tear down us. Yeah. So,
join their club.
Yeah, go join PETA. Go join them, I mean, because you're way worse than they are.
We're getting off subject.
Yeah, we are. So
another day. We'll leave that another day. We'll have people on here with us.
Yeah.
But we're on the field staff.
We need to have a hater on the show with us.
Yes.
Let them call in.
Really?
Yes, because I'd love to have a hater on the show.
Speaking of call-ins, we still need to take...
Yes.
We need to get Chris on.
We get called the 2020.
Yeah, the 2020. So we've been talking about the field staff, this podcast, and we want to bring on the 2020 Staffer of the Year, and we're going to let him...
Explain the staff.
Explain, from his point of view, what the Pure Whitetail field staff is.
And we're calling his phone, so there ain't no descriptions or anything.
I mean, we have.
He might say he hate us.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't.
Yeah. But we have, Grant and I have not. So this ain't nothing scripted. Because Grant and I haven't spoken with Chris. Yeah, Nate has.
One thing I want to thank the staff for the buck I shot a couple years ago. They actually paid for my mount.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was getting him cleaned up and hung up in the barn, and my son comes up to me and he's like, "Dad, you got to get on the field staff." And I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Kurt Thomas started a post, and they're paying for your mount." That my uncle had just died the night.
I remember.
before.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes,
I remember.
So thank you all.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's what the field staff's about.
That's what it's all about.
All right. I'm going to try to get you on the air with these guys, right?
Yeah,
trying. Hey,
he's going to try. He's going to try, guys.
He's going to fail us.
Hold on.
He's going to fail us.
This is. You're the first.
First man on.
First.
This is first. So you're experimental. So we're This is a test, all right?
Then this is only a
Hold on just a
test
second, and I'm going to put you on
of the
with
Nate Broadcasting System.
A
Yeah.
test that you cannot fail.
And I'm gonna say
99-cent Productions.
we rely on Nate for a lot of things.
a test that you cannot fail. Hey, Chris DeMott, can you hear us?
Yes,
Oh,
How does it sound, buddy?
Can you hear?
sounds pretty good.
All right, perfect.
Man,
Chris?
Hey,
Hey,
everybody, give me a round of applause for
You
this.
can hear me?
Do you have
Yeah, we
do
can
you
hear
have
you.
a little clapper on there? Do you have a little clapping thing?
He's messing
This
it
one
up.
maybe.
A little clap.
Hold on.
Clapping sound.
Hold on, Chris.
Hold
I can
on.
clap in the background.
There we go.
Nathan did a good job.
Make good.
There we go.
There you go.
Hey, Chris. Stafford.
So we got an audience.
Yes.
Hey, Chris, this is Nate Dollar with Pure Whitetail. You're on the air with Josh Martin and Grant Neal and Willie Parman here. So they're going to be asking you some questions. I hope you're ready.
I got the first question. For
Go
you.
ahead, Grant. You take control over this.
I'm ready.
Hey, Chris. What team are you on?
Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Hey.
What team am I on?
Yes, sir.
I think he means, are you
Oh,
Team
man.
Josh or are you Team
that's
Grant?
that's a loaded question. That's a loaded question right there.
Hey, well, I need an answer though.
I'm gonna take Team Willie on this one.
That's a smart move. That's a very smart move there, Chris.
You can't go wrong. They love me.
There you go.
Hey,
There
I
you
can't
go.
argue that one.
I can't argue that either. I'm Team Willie too.
I can't compete with that.
Yeah, yeah, you ain't compete. I mean, he just trumped you right there.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris won my bow. Won my bow year before last, so we
that's
got a
right.
connection.
That's right.
That's right.
Yep.
So, Chris,
Yeah, that's right.
we got you on here. You know, you won Staff of the Year this year.
And Chris is going to be getting a new bow now because he's getting a new
Hey, Josh,
elite.
would you like to tell him what kind of elite that might be?
No, not yet.
I'm getting a new elite.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's right.
Josh won't tell you what kind it is, though.
Yeah, I'll tell you here soon, Chris. I
No,
It'll be
he-
your pick of a few, I guess.
he's kind of got.
Oh, you done did.
That's kind of what I figured. It was going to be a pick of a few,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Josh has got Grant pretty quiet on that deal.
Hey,
that's right.
Hey, Chris, 2.5 weeks and it ain't gonna be more quiet. So, Josh, the clock is clicking, is ticking on Josh Martin.
Oh,
I will say. But no, we got you on here. You got Staff of the Year this year. You got a bow. But I want you to explain to the people. This is the first time I've talked to you on the phone. We could talk in person when I've met you before. What the staff means to you and what the staff is about.
Oh, the staff is, it means a lot to me. I mean, it's a great time. I love working with everybody, especially the rookies or some of the younger people that are new to hunting, even the older people that just don't have the experience. It's just, I love interacting with them and helping them out in any way I can. Whether it be products or just locations. It's just such a great family.
So is that what you think? What draw? If you could describe Pure Whitetail Field Staff in one word, is that what it would be? Would it be family?
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Yep.
absolutely.
And have you ever,
It's a great feeling.
So, have you ever
Yep,
experienced anything like that? In
Nope.
hunting. Because I mean, we talk about it all the time. Does anybody else have? I know there's other staffs out there, but from obviously Grant and I, it's our only staff, and there's a lot of staffers out there that are on other staffs, and we kind of wonder every once in a while, what's it like, for them, how's them other people
On a different
doing
staff.
on a different staff, on another company staff.
I mean, honestly, from what I gathered, and I'm on 3 staffs. So that's Flying Arrow Archery,
Mm-hmm.
Elite Archery, or Element Archery, and Pure Whitetail.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been offered to go to other staffs, and I kind of turned them down because I have some of the friends I talk with every day that are on other staffs. There's
Right.
no other staff like Pure Whitetail.
Right.
It's the camaraderie is not there.
Right. Yeah, I think that. I think
interaction.
right. And I think that's what a lot of
Interaction
people.
is not there.
Right. I think that's what a lot of people. It's like the field staff, the pure whitetail field staff is, the interactions per day on there, like the engagement is through the roof. It's incredible the engagement.
It's incredible.
Yeah, and I think it's just a lot of like-minded people. And the one thing that I have noticed is
And that's
go ahead.
that's exactly what it is. It's a lot of like-minded people.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of very positive people.
Positivity. Yep.
Yep, 100% positivity.
Yeah.
And it feels good. I look forward every day to wake up and go to that staff page.
Yeah.
And I look forward to answering questions and just talking to people because everybody's so friendly.
Yeah. So like on that staff page, you feel like a new guy could ask any question in the world and he would never get put down or anything, but people would be there to help him. And
He was never never going to happen.
Right.
He could do this as green could be.
Mm-hmm.
And ask a question that, many people might think is real silly, but it's really not. There's no real silly questions out there.
that means a lot to me.
So, he's not going to get beat up or turned down or dug out for a question of something that he's looking for an answer for.
So
And
how
it
long
could
have you?
be something very simple.
Hey, Chris, this is Nate. How long have you been on Pure Whitetail field staff? What year did you join?
I joined actually, I'm rolling right up on 4 years now.
Oh, he's
So
an
I
OG.
joined January of 2018. End of January, beginning of February.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So are you a pure whitetail
So
family
and,
lifer?
I think there was maybe around 700 staff members
Wow. Man, that was a long
Yeah,
time
it was.
ago.
That's what me and Josh,
when I jumped on the staff.
before we had Chris and the,
Yep.
and the team ad.
And,
we were adding.
Mm-hmm.
So we know you
To
hunt.
be quite honest with you, and I believe that the post probably came from Richard Cron, but I jokingly commented on the post of being added to the staff team, and I really didn't expect the call right away, and I actually got a message right away from Nathan Dollar.
Nice.
Yeah,
So,
Nice.
Dollar with the holler.
Man,
that was back when I was adding staff.
Yeah, you're like
taking credit on that one.
Yeah, you're like only one.
I was trying to get me and Josh credit on that one.
Yeah, you're only like one of 10 ever
Wow.
that got added by
hurts.
Nate.
I mean,
That really hurts.
He must have been sitting on cooler after I wrecked the mill.
Must have been.
So, but I mean,
So besides whitetail deer,
that-
what do you enjoy hunting, Chris?
No, white-tailed deer.
Pretty much whitetail deer. He's
No, I enjoy
hardcore.
those.
He's whitetail deer.
I was going to save this.
I enjoy those. I mean, it's not like a huge desire for me.
Mm-hmm.
I have them, so I'm gonna hunt them. But I'm a deer hunter. I'm just down and out. I'm a deer hunter. I love chasing whitetail,
Can you tell me?
and I've been chasing the same whitetail herd for I don't know 30-some years now.
Wow.
And what state? Can you mind tell us what state so everybody can hear? What state do you hunt from?
I hunt Jersey. I do a little bit of New York State. I have hunted Montana, but I pretty much stay local.
Local. I mean, I know them New Yorkers. They hunt down there in Central Park.
Central Park, yeah.
Yeah. So
Hey, Chris, this Willie. Hey,
Central Park.
since you hunt in Jersey, do you watch Jersey Shore?
I do
Good
not.
question.
Hey,
Wow.
Chris, you can pick on us here. I mean,
yeah, it's okay.
it's okay.
My idea of the idea of the Jersey Shore is, going out there and throwing some lines.
Yeah.
That's right.
But,
That's right.
So, how many?
yeah, I'm definitely not a Jersey Shore, but I have heard that Josh is a Kardashian fan.
Oh, yes.
He said you're a Kardashian fan.
Thank you, Chris.
I mean, that didn't take him long after you said he could pick on us. I
That's
mean,
right.
daggone, it
Thank
was right.
you.
And just for the record, to all the listeners and viewers out there,
no.
I am not.
Cut him off.
I am not a Kardashian.
The gloves come off.
Oh, come on now. Heather said that's not true.
Hey, Heather Martin said it's not true. Thank you, Chris.
Heather wouldn't lie.
Thank you, Willie. That's 2 out of 3.
Hey, and Heather don't cuss either, and we all know that ain't true.
Hey, fired up. Hey, Chris, how many bashes have you been to? The staff bash.
I've only been to one bash.
Was it last year or the year before?
Last year.
Last year,
was
yeah.
my first trip to the bash.
Yeah.
Will you be here this?
Yeah, we got to do it on the road.
That's
You and
right.
Richard Cron.
You and Richard Cron smacked that deer on the road.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, will you be coming to this
We
year's
sure
bash
will.
in 2021?
I will.
Awesome.
Okay, so
Will you be bringing Richard?
If he's available.
We're gonna get Richard. We're gonna get Richard there, no matter what it takes.
Awesome.
I
love it.
already made a promise. I said I'll be coming to pick him up.
Yeah,
We have to go there in the pure whitetail bus
and pick him
to
up.
get Richard.
I
What
don't
about
care.
that bus ride in the first
Wait, you guys
bash?
got a bus?
I don't know, but I don't
Remember
care.
that?
I don't care the
Yeah.
cost.
Wow.
Yeah,
Richard Cron and his little red wagon
yeah.
will be at the bash.
It will
this
be
year.
at the bash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Amen to that.
It'll be at the bash.
Yeah. We'll drive the bus. We'll bring the bus if we
We'll-
have to.
We'll
pick
get
him
him to
up.
the bash.
Yep.
So last year was your first year. It was kind of a slow year, I would say, from the previous year because of
Yep.
COVID.
Yeah. And slow year, we're still talking 800 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was your experience?
Yeah,
with that?
I had a great time at the bash. It was actually really cool to start putting faces to names and shaking hands. And well, no, we were social distancing. I didn't shake anybody's hand.
Right.
But
This is Ohio. And
I
people in
may
New
have
York
gotten
aren't
a couple of
listening.
hugs.
Or New
Right.
Jersey.
So
yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there was a couple of hugs involved there.
Yeah.
But no, it was a great time. It was to put so many faces and yeah, it was a great experience.
that's awesome.
Nothing like it.
So I got one more question for you. Now let Josh and Willie and Nate talk to you. On that 2021 pure whitetail bow, are you gonna shoot a buck before Josh does?
What the heck? Why is everybody got to?
Hey, that's
Oh no,
that's a
I
question.
think I might be. I think I could probably do it.
Yeah.
All
I think
right.
you can do it too.
A man with confidence. That's what I like.
Man.
I think I
Hey.
could probably do it.
Hey.
Wait.
Hey, my money's on Chris because he'll be too busy till about the second week in November to go.
Hey, Chris, I'm not allowed to bet right now. But when the betting comes along,
This sounds like a prelude to a bet.
It's a prelude to a
it's
bet.
a prelude to a bet, and I'll go toward my money towards you. That's all I can say. I can't say how much.
He says if I was allowed to bet, I would bet on you, Chris.
That's right. Oh,
2.5
Wow.
weeks and it's on.
yeah.
So now you're not even going to bet on me?
No, I see what happened, Chris, is I bet Grant that he couldn't bet for a month, and he took the bet. So now he's not allowed to do any betting.
I got a
So
question.
now he's not allowed to bet.
All right.
How do you take a bet?
He can lose. He can lose the bet.
Yeah,
And bet on me.
Right. How do you take a bet?
How do you take a bet
Oh,
when you just bet not to bet?
Now you see, I don't know if I can go. I don't know if I can go Team Grant now. He's not giving me any support. Love.
Hey,
I don't-
Chris,
yep,
hold on.
Yep.
You give me 2.5 weeks and you'll have all the support you want, brother. I promise you that. And don't let me down. 2.5 weeks.
Hey, Chris.
September's a long time away. You got time.
Hey, Chris. I have a question for you.
Yes.
You've killed some
Yeah.
deer this year, right?
I did, yes.
Okay, you still have some meat in the freezer, right?
I do.
Have you cooked any of that deer meat with the new Pure Whitetail marinade and seasoning?
Oh, I sure have, yes.
I've seen his pictures.
Well, guess what? You have?
Yep.
Oh, he has.
He
I
has.
have, yes.
Well, I'm going to send you a bottle of each anyways.
There you go.
I'm going to send you a bottle
Oh,
of each
that's
anyways.
good because I'm getting
I thought Josh brought that for me tonight.
I
I like
well,
that.
you can have that right there, but
There's a whole skid.
I just wanted to make sure that Chris had done it.
Yep. Yeah, I've seen his pictures. As a matter of fact, I've seen him
I've
promote.
seen his
That's why
pictures.
that's why he was the 2020 Staffer of the Year because he promotes.
He promotes.
Yeah, that's right.
For the, I won't say this for the staffers that are looking for that, that spot, that 2020 Staffer of the Year
21.
or 21 Staffer
Yep.
of the Year. Follow Chris DeMott.
Yep.
Friend request him,
Yep.
and you see what he does. He
Yep.
does it right,
That's right.
and that's what we're asking for.
Now,
And
I'm more than happy to help anybody.
Yep.
and you,
So if go ahead, Grant. I didn't mean to
I
cut
would
you.
say you wouldn't believe, from me and Josh from the management team, how much appreciation we have for you.
Oh yeah.
Because you do what we ask, and I mean, to me, I'm indebted to you for a life.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Yep.
Chris could call me and say, "Hey, I'm in trouble tomorrow," and
Yep.
I'm going. Guess where we're going, Josh?
We're going to Jersey.
We're going Jersey Shores, baby. Swim trunks and
Yeah,
all.
sure.
That's right.
Well, I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys because what you do is incredible. You got all the right people together,
Thank you.
all like-minded people, like you said before. It's a really great atmosphere.
Well, we appreciate you, Chris. Like Grant said, we're indebted to you. We appreciate what you do,
But
and
I
what
do
everybody does.
have a question for Grant.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I like these.
Yes, sir.
Put him on the spot, Chris.
I want to know a secret.
What's the secret?
I think he just wants you to give him any
Oh,
secret.
a secret. Hold on. We're getting serious. Chris, what's the secret you want to know, and I'll tell you.
He just wants a secret.
You want, which one? What?
What's something?
Oh yeah, I want a secret.
What's something you can release next week?
You got to ask what the secret you want, and I'll give it. That's
Oh man,
I'm so full of secrets right now. I got 2.5 weeks, but for
He
you,
is full of
Chris,
secrets.
Check
He
your
is
phone,
full-
Chris.
I
I'll text
know
you.
it. And you're about ready to burst. I know you are.
oh man.
Yeah, he can't
Hey,
handle it.
let me tell you, in 2.5 weeks, Josh Martin is in trouble, and he don't understand how much trouble.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Hey,
Yeah, but I don't know if you can top him though.
hey,
That's
you-
right.
you-
He
I
can't. He
think
can't.
Josh is going to hold the
That's right. That.
Josh is going to hold the championship all year.
Yep. That's right.
Wow. Sounds
Yeah.
like he's Team
So,
Josh.
yeah, 2020, I think we all witnessed a different Grant, and we all was disappointed. I'm really, really hoping that he comes back strong in 21, because if he doesn't come back strong, then it's going to be kind of boring, because, it's just not going to be any competition. Yeah.
hey, Josh, have you ever felt like that guy digging a with a shovel digging a hole? Because that's what you're doing, bro. I mean, and,
What's wrong, bro? Are you mad you took that bet?
and let me tell you,
If you,
This ain't a
if
bet.
you
This
can-
ain't-
I think he is.
he's mad.
hey,
yeah.
let me tell you, this ain't a bet.
He's not.
This is a promise.
It's a promise. This is mafia stuff now.
This is this is mafia.
Yeah.
Listen here.
Yeah.
In 2.5 weeks, you're gonna stress out beyond belief. You're gonna be tore up. You're gonna sweat it, and I hope your whitetail survives after this year, because guess what I'm gonna do?
Oh.
I
Give
mean,
away the farm.
the farm is for sale, giveaway. Come on over. What gear you want?
Wow.
Here's a box of bottles to go with the beer.
Yeah.
That's that.
Yeah, that's right. See what you started, Chris. you got him fired up.
You started.
I got him fired up.
2.5 weeks,
It's
Chris.
killing him. I can just tell.
Oh
It's
shit.
killing
been
me.
killing him for 2 weeks.
Oh man.
Hey,
But Chris, we wanted to bring you on and just say thanks for what all you've done for Pure Whitetail. You've been with us for a long time. You deserve the title of 2020 Staffer of the Year. You deserve that new Pure Whitetail Edition Elite bow.
What bow is it?
What bow is it?
Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
What bow is it?
messing with me, Chris. Hey,
Bo.
hold on. Chris, you messaged me on Facebook, and I'll tell you what bow it is.
Oh boy.
There's your secret. There's your secret,
Oh
Chris.
boy.
There's your
It
secret,
was like
Chris.
me. I knew he would break tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
all I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
it's the only thing that flies on my flagpole.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Oh boy. Oh man. So.
Yeah,
So-
there you go, Josh Martin.
All right.
You calling the old grain out?
Yeah.
It's coming.
Well, I hope so. I mean,
It's
dang
coming.
on.
It's a warm up.
It's going to get expensive, Josh.
It might get expensive. But Chris, we wanted to bring you on and say thank you. We appreciate you coming on with us. You are our absolute first call-in guest ever for the Pure Whitetail podcast, and we wanted to just say thanks. We couldn't have had a better first guest. Want to say thanks for all you do. You, just like Grant said, if you want to know how to be an amazing staffer, follow Chris DeMott. Friend him on Facebook and follow him. He's an amazing guy. He's 100% Pure Whitetail. He does a lot for us, to the picture taking, to helping new people that come on the staff. He's always willing to give advice. He's just a great person, and he's a killer. So, and it's just what we like. So, Chris, again, thanks for coming on. We appreciate you, buddy. And we can't wait to see you at the Pure Whitetail Staff Bash in July.
Be ready, Chris, because you might win
That's
something
who-
at that bash.
That's who you guys are.
Yep. So,
Take care, buddy.
thank you, buddy. Thank you, Chris. We appreciate you, man. We'll talk about
Thank
you
you.
soon.
Love you, brother.
I appreciate you guys.
All right.
You have a good night, Chris. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's just all around good dude right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Tell you
Let,
what.
let me tell you, hey Josh Martin, we talk about lighting fires.
Yeah.
Let me tell you right now, brother, look at me. Eye to eye here.
His eyes are glassy like the bucks in the rut.
Hey, it's rut.
Is it right? You wrote it
You've
up?
got 2.5 weeks, and you better start sweating it because it is on,
It is on.
and it's gonna be back to how we paying for this.
Hey, you remember a couple weeks ago, you was like,
Hey, I'm telling you right now,
hey, it's about daggone time. The old Grant Neal. I've been asking for the old Grant Neal to come back. Hey, Nate, how many times did I say that? I need the old Grant Neal back. I
let
think
me
you finally got some fire in your eyes
hey,
again.
let me tell you right
Throw
now,
some of that seasoning on there.
Yeah, let me bring
you seasoned it up tonight. Let me tell you right now.
It's about time. You got
I'm gonna call you here in 2.5 weeks, and we're gonna be in the shop and be like, Josh, you have Josh outside and be ready because guess what? You called down the thunder, you're getting the thunder. And you better-
about time.
you
The
better
old
be ready
Grant
for it.
Neal's back. It's about time.
Yes.
Oh, Lordy.
2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
Josh Martin's gonna sweat it. The countdown's on. That's all I can say.
Hey Siri, set an alarm for 2.5 weeks.
I mean, you got me fired up. I'm ready to walk out the door. Little eye of the tiger here, baby. Let's bring it on.
I thought it was long haired country boy.
Well, that's low. That's Hunter's.
Oh, that's
I mean,
Hunter.
Look at that hair he's got. going on.
Yeah, he does have. Look at that. Has Willie seen that? Take a hat off, show Willie.
I saw it last week.
Did you see it last week?
I don't know if he's trying to start. Is it stylish for country boys or is it stylish for hippies?
Jersey Shore.
Country
Jersey
boys
Shore.
right
Jersey
now.
Shore. You might want to start wearing some shorts, boy.
A lot of them country boys are wearing that right now.
Are they
Mullets.
really?
Oh, yeah.
Mullets.
Well, I know that Morgan Wallen's like the hottest
18
thing. on the
to
planet.
23, man, they've all got that going.
Really?
Hey,
Well, I know.
Logan- hey, Hunter.
The skullet's not in, though.
I
Can't have the bald spot and try it.
Yeah, we got that going on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, Hunter, you're out of high school.
that? Yep.
It's time to go on. Shave it off, bro.
Dude, don't be peanut butter and jealous. All right.
What's that?
You're peanut butter and jealous.
He said you're peanut butter and jealous.
One of my old buddies, Taylor Craft, would say that to me. It'd take me off every single day in high school.
I mean, I like the goatee and all that going on, but
We're getting there.
Let's clean the top
Peanut
up.
butter and
All right.
jealous.
So,
Saying you can't grow it, Grant.
I can't grow it.
I can't either. I mean, I look like a mole right now. I ain't taking my hat off either, so don't even ask.
A Sherpa.
It's bad, Willie.
Chia.
That's what I look like. I look like a chia pet.
You guys are getting a little too crazy.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Hey, I really want to say one thing.
Nate straighten
Yeah,
this up.
so, okay, no, it's time to be serious.
It's time to be serious.
Serious.
Pure whitetail.
See, he is the guy that.
You lit the fire there.
It's about dang time.
Reel 'em in, Nate.
I got the
Reel 'em.
old Grant back.
So by the time this drops, we should be picked up by every major podcast distributor out there. And I want to say one thing. Alexa, full volume. Alexa, play Who Let the Dogs Out.
Oh, Lord.
That's right. I just got you.
Oh boy.
So,
So do you know why he did that?
no.
Because
I'm outdated.
okay, so when they're playing the Pure Whitetail podcast, it'll be like Alexa.
It'll
Fuel
turn
vol-
on full volume, and then it'll say, Alexa, play Who Let the Dogs Out, and then they won't be able to shut it off
Then it'll
because it's
start.
full volume.
then it'll start.
I never knew that worked like that way. Okay. But whatever.
Grant learns something new every week, folks.
Yes.
Oh.
Every day. Hey, if you don't learn something new every day,
Yep.
You
It's not
ain't paying attention.
you
Yeah, ain't paying attention.
That's it's not a good day. If you learn something new every day,
Well, you know what?
it's a great day.
You know what? Here,
I don't care what it
I do
is.
got something to say about you get the old Grant coming back out. I think that I might let you out of your bet because I like the old Grant Neal a lot better than the Grant Neal that I've had the last 9 months. Because last night you've been weak, bro. I mean, it's been weak.
Hey, well, you weakened me down.
I ain't weaking you down. I ain't been the one. I ain't the one weaking
You
you
let
down.
me have my bet right now?
No. I get to decide when you're out of your bet. I think when
'Cause
we get
I'm getting a little pumped right now.
no.
Let me out of the bet. Come right this second. Come on.
No,
That's what I thought.
not right now. But
that's what I thought.
but I'm not gonna make you wait I'm not gonna make you wait 2.5 more weeks. Cause I like the old Grant better.
I mean, you're letting the fire burn. You know, it's like the
good.
coals are burning.
Good. I like it. I like
I
it.
can hear Grant breathing
I
in the
know.
mic.
In the mic.
It's like that horse that you walk in and he flares his nostrils up at you.
Damn right.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing right
Damn
now.
right there. I mean, I'm telling you right now.
Sound like a Power Stroke turbo whistle.
That's daggone right. Because
Oh boy.
you're in trouble.
When we have the old Grant, it's a lot better.
Well,
It's a lot better. You cracking your knuckles.
I mean,
You got him fired up.
you fired me up,
Good.
bro.
I like it.
I'll apologize for anything I do. But
Oh, shoot.
Nate,
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry we ain't got a job in another 6 months.
Another 6 months.
I'm sorry.
Are you?
Hey, I know a guy at AK that helps people get hired on.
Hey,
Well, I'm gonna be back on midnights again.
when I left AK, the boss, I'm not going to say any names, the boss said, if you want to ever come back, Nate, just call me. I'll take you back.
Hey, so do you have to go back to the chain, or do you have to start? You have to start.
You have to start
Hey,
at the
He
bottom.
would be at the bottom.
So, no.
bottom.
Willie's a union guy.
hold
Union
on.
guy.
So,
Union
the thing
guy.
is, when you leave as union, you can't go back as union.
Yes, you can.
Now?
Absolutely, you can.
Well, I think when the boss told me I could come back, it would be coming back as a boss.
Oh. You can hire back in hourly, but you
that would
start
be a big
you would
mistake
start
for
at the
AK.
bottom in seniority. You would keep your seniority for retirement reasons, but not for plant seniority for job business.
So,
Oh, I think I'd go back as a boss.
Willie.
yeah.
Question. Pretty good second helper. Would I have to go back to the chain?
Yes.
But I could go up there. and
Josh
take
would be in green coil.
That fire just got a lot. Josh
Josh would be in green coil.
Oh, you can't sleep in them cranes that good.
Josh would be in 401, shagging hot ones.
Hey,
No
hey,
way.
Hold on.
Wow.
So,
I ain't shagging hot ones.
that brings me up back to another subject.
Uh-huh.
When we started the field staff, and you walk down there, and we started it, and you got the page created. You created the page.
Yeah.
And we started adding people. We started friend requesting people. In the hour that you weren't running coils down the chain, what were you doing? The hour that you weren't running coils down the chain, what were you doing? Honest truth, guide, like God honest truth, what were you doing?
They can't write you up now, Josh.
Because I knew what I was doing for 8 hours.
Yeah.
I know what he was doing for 4 hours.
Well, I'll be perfectly honest with you. If
On midnights.
well, I was either adding people to the staff or I was sleeping. I'll be perfectly honest with you.
Okay, I'm going to give you a 90% of sleeping and maybe a 10% add. Because at 3 o'clock in the morning, when I was adding people and you were supposed to be running,
Well, yeah,
you were not.
Yeah, that's
helping.
right. Because I did.
But then you would wake up at 4 o'clock to run for another hour and be like, oh, there's all Josh Martin's friend requests.
On the hour I was supposed to be working.
And then they're gone.
I was adding people to the field staff on the hour I was supposed to be working.
Are you saying the hour that you weren't running the train? Were you sleeping?
Crane.
Were you sleeping?
Yes.
We don't sleep out there.
Yeah, we don't sleep out
Willie, we'll talk about that conversation later.
there. Yeah, we don't sleep out there.
I've heard about the conversation of Josh rearing back at fifth point and hitting you.
That's an interview you don't want to miss. Is when Willie is actually a guest and not a production staff member.
Right. Yeah, I admit you better go back a little bit farther there. I remember not much on midnights.
I agree with that.
Hey, listen.
Hold on.
Listen,
Midnights are rough as a crane operator.
Let me tell you what. Let me tell you seriously. Okay, you get first of all the cranes we run are heated, central heat and air.
I froze my butt off.
Hey,
What's this
let me
weed,
paint- let me
Chemo
paint a
Sabi? You're not
picture.
in them anymore.
Let me paint a picture.
Yeah.
Mother's womb.
Yes.
Hold on.
Exactly.
You're at the bumper. You're not busy.
Me and Nate were on the same floor.
I would shut the lights off.
So much peace.
Okay, so me and Nate were on the same floor.
Womb.
So you mother and womb,
Mother's womb.
softies.
Yeah.
Me and Nate, in the cold, whatever temperature it was, freezing. The mill had water on it,
And it
freezing,
froze. Or 130.
or 130, and you didn't know what was hot anymore.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. You are at the bottom of the food chain when you have to come up the stairs
To go
to
pee.
get on the same level as the bathroom.
That's the bathroom.
You have to come up the stairs to get on the same level as the bathroom. That's when you know you're at the bottom.
I will say when somebody told me that, because I had the old Granny Neal attitude,
Yeah.
I about lost my job that day.
When you was below the bathroom.
That was the old Granny Neal.
I never even thought about that.
When the stains in the toilet have seniority on you,
Hey.
you're at the bottom of the chain.
Hey, when you're on the entry chain, you can smell the sewer.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
So
you
you know you're below.
Hey, when you have to fight the rat on the chain for your peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you know you're at the bottom.
Hey,
Hey.
I never even thought about that.
You know
you
how
were up near the skyline. So
That's right.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's
You know
where we
how-
were.
you know-
That's why you were the angel, Josh. That's
don't-
why you were the angel.
Nate Dollar?
I'm sorry, he was up there 80 foot above our heads.
Nate Dollar?
What?
You might really say that. But the rats I would catch and put in the uncoiler
Yeah.
was unbelievable.
Oh.
So, but
Wow.
let me tell you.
Uh-oh. I'm ready. Yes, I slept a lot.
You slept a lot.
Yes,
He admits
I did.
it.
Yeah, but
No, there ain't no thing
yeah, it
of
is.
buts.
But listen, let me tell you something.
Linda.
Anybody who's worked shift work
Linda.
knows, and that's all of us in here besides Hunter. Us four sitting at the table. Shift work does something to somebody's body. I think they did a
Yeah.
study one time that if you work, correct me if I'm wrong, I think me and you talked about this
Yes.
before. If you work 30 years shift work, it's average takes 7 years off of your
Yes.
life or something.
Yes.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
I think so. If you work 30 years, especially like the shifts, and it was like a
But
backwards.
those are only the diaper years, so it don't really matter.
Right, right, yeah.
Okay, so
The diaper years when you get older and you got to wear a diaper. So it takes an average of 7 years off your life. But in the way that where we worked at that done it, I never understood the rotation.
It should have went Day turn, 311's midnights.
Midnights. And
Well, there's parts of the mill that do a forward rotation. They do days, 311s, midnights, long weekend, but
That would have been smart.
what's the rotation called that we always
reverse
done?
rotation.
Reverse
You do
rotation.
311 days, midnights, long weekend.
I was
That
a
is-
mess.
yeah, that is the absolute worst schedule for sleep.
And you know the only reason they wouldn't switch it?
Because 8
That
hours.
half a day.
History.
Are you serious?
That's it. It's just
You're a
the way,
kid.
that's the way it's been done since the 1940s.
How does that make any sense?
And in the hot strip area, and I think in electric power, maybe even some in North Processing, they do the forward rotation.
So you guys aren't. So you guys, what we're talking about is what we used to. Me and Josh used to do. Willie's still there.
He's a union man though. Willie, like I said last week, Willie's moving on up.
So
Nate's finally with us.
I will tell you this.
Nate didn't like day turn. I didn't.
The 13 years that I spent there working this same rotation, second shift, first shift, third shift, it is so harmful to the body that I left AK to go full time for Pure Whitetail in August, the middle of August of 2020, and it
Still
is
haven't
now
worked out.
January, the end of January of 2021, and
You look younger.
my body is still messed up. I still wake up at 3 a.m.
Nate-
wanting to eat lunch.
It will take 3
Because
years.
That's
Am I lying
Yeah,
to you, Josh?
I mean it will take 3 years.
I-
Willie.
Yeah, when I worked at 17, just under 18 years of swing shift.
How long did it take you to adjust to like back to that day
Long
job?
time. And it took me a while to adjust just
Mentally.
not having me time. You know, I never required me time, but it just when you're on shift work, you have so much me time.
You got me. Well,
that when you switch back and get on days, you got a spouse at home all the time.
Yeah.
You got kids, you know,
Yeah.
and it changes the way you think. You're like,
oh yeah.
why am I here so much?
Right, exactly.
I mean,
yeah.
like, for me, I mean, you got Rachel. I have Rachel in my life now, and her girls and my kids.
Yeah.
On 311s, I didn't see nobody.
Right. No,
The only
you don't.
person I
Yeah.
seen at 11 o'clock, Rachel would try to stay up for me to come home. I'd see her, then I'd go back, and all the kids would go to school.
Yep.
And I'd go back to work.
Yep.
Day turn, I'd see my kids. Midnights, she would go get my kids at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So, because I would go home and go to sleep
Right. Yep.
and try to sleep.
Right. Right. Yep.
Hardest to sleep till 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yep.
Get up in three and stay up from 3 o'clock till 7, 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock the next morning.
Yep.
So that little portion right there, I'd get to see my kids. I understand what you're saying about me time. Like, thank the Lord I'm not there no more.
Right.
Right.
I'm not trying to discredit you still there,
Oh, no.
but me time
Right.
is me and my family now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
It takes a while to make that
And
switch.
Yeah. Because
You're just not
it's a-
used to it.
it's a totally different life.
It's adjustment.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, it's a totally different life.
Right.
You know, like in the same way with me, because obviously, Willie and I have much older kids than you and Nate,
Yeah.
and so like when Hunter and Logan and Gracie would go to school, like that 3 to 11 week, I never seen them.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I mean, they were gone.
no, you didn't.
Yeah,
at
and
all.
Yeah.
If you had 12 sets of 311s a year,
Yeah,
one of those or 5 of those weekends, you were working a double.
you're working a double. That's right.
So you
Yep.
may not see your kids at all because you had
Right.
to sleep that day.
And I think that's where obviously everything happens for a reason, but that's what I tell Grant, like, hey, make sure your kids come first, because I missed all that.
Right.
Me and Willie
Well,
missed all that.
I mean,
Yeah.
you schedule a hunt, and I'm like,
Yep.
you go to it. I'm like, Josh,
yeah, you can't. Yeah,
I'm not going. I'm staying home.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
'cause-
And I understand.
you understand? You don't crab at me. You don't say a word. I said I'm staying home. I'm going to be with my kids, and you're like, and you accept it, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
totally, and
It's totally fine. Yeah.
totally fine. And
Because I wish that everything happens for a reason, but I wish I would have I wish I was in your shoes, like where I
33
started
years old.
at 33, leaving the mill, and my kids were super young, and I got
Yes.
to participate in it, because I missed You know, I mean, you know how it is. They're growing up, and and everybody out there that works shift works. It ain't just a steel mill. It's first responders, it's doctors, nurses, cops, prison workers
that miss
everything. I mean, and I think that's a lot of people in life. I think they take for granted that Monday through Friday day turn job,
they expect a 7 to 3 or 9 to 5 job, and come Friday. You clock out, you're gone. Well, let me tell you, the people you depend on are not gone.
You're right.
They're out there getting it.
They're still grinding hard.
They're getting it.
That's the people I want in my life.
Right. And I have mad respect, not for just a steel mill worker, but there's all factory worker. Almost all factory workers do it.
How many people we have on our staff that are military or law enforcement or
EMTs,
firefighters, EMTs?
A lot of them.
I mean,
a lot of law enforcement
ton of people that I have mad respect for.
Shout out Tommy.
Yeah, that's right.
Tommy
Shout
Allen.
out Kurt Thomas. Tommy
Thomas.
Allen. Yeah, Ben Wider. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of them, and
Justin.
Yeah,
Rusty.
I mean, there's
Rusty character.
Yeah,
Rusty.
yeah, truck driver and firefighter. It's just I don't think the person who and we've talked about this before in front of Heather. Heather's always had an office job.
Yes.
And she's very, very good at what she does. She's an successful woman on her own, but she, and it's no fault of her own. And Kelly's the same way. Yeah. They can't even wrap their mind around what it's like at a place like the mill and to do that shift work and what it does to you. I mean,
they see the spouse side of it though.
Right.
So there's a lot of Monday through Friday spouses
that
don't ever see what they've seen.
Exactly. Yeah. And they sacrifice too. All the July 4th, all the Christmases, Thanksgiving,
always on midnights.
Always missed that. And when and Nate dealt with the same thing too, is a lot of people can't even wrap their mind around what that family situation is like.
I remember since for the mill, we were 7 years rotation. First few years, we were hitting on midnight. We were always hitting on midnights. I feel like, I think the whole time I was there, we were hitting them in the 4th of July.
Oh, yeah.
We were on midnights.
Yep.
Everybody's going to parties and, 4th of July fireworks.
Right. All your buddies are out having fun and you're like,
guess where I'm
going?
Yep. I'm rolling in the mill at 9:30 at night to get ready to go in for a midnight shift.
And before you came in on that rotation, it was 3
Angel.
It was 3 to 11s. And I watched the fireworks out behind 407 for a lot of years.
Shout out Kent Keller.
Shout out Ken Keller, thank you.
Those are fireworks.
Yeah, and I watched them fireworks out behind 407 a lot of years.
I mean,
imagine his point of view.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
so all of our kids.
Yeah, all of our kids' point of view of me not being there.
Well, Willie did shift work with us.
Yep.
How mad were you on a Friday afternoon when everybody?
I can't even explain it.
Can't
explain it.
In summer, nice, beautiful day.
Yep.
And you were walking into the mill at 311s.
And everybody's out making plans, having fun, cooking out.
And making plans, having fun, cooking out, going to have a bonfire and everything else.
It was rough. That's why I tell Hunter, I tell Hunter this all the time.
You got to feel the chills that walk through my body right now.
You just like.
I know you moved up.
Yeah.
Being you quit. Yeah. I lost 10 years of my life of doing that.
Yeah.
And I regret.
Can't say that you regret it.
I don't regret it because it provided a life for my family.
A good one.
And no worries in my life.
Right.
Just you're on a different path now.
Just on a different path. Yeah.
But there come it was so hard.
It was so hard. Yeah.
I would like to say this though: if it wouldn't have been for AK, you wouldn't know Josh. You wouldn't know me.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know Willie.
Yeah.
Hey, Nate.
Everything that brings joy to your life, you wouldn't know.
I will make a funny one. Hey, Nate, how about that salt cured ham from Kentucky down there in Bowling County that we make?
That's for a different episode.
Hey.
I remember when you told me Heather was pregnant with the boys.
Really?
We were staying in the print room, and you said, found out they're both both boys. You said I want to name them Hunter and Fisher.
Yep, that's
she
right.
She ain't gonna let me.
Yep, that's
It ended
right.
up being Hunter and Logan.
Yep.
I think I
remember
told,
that?
I'm told
Good
you
job,
that,
Hoden.
I'm
that,
still a better fisher too.
you know, I was pregnant. Abby, my, you
Yep.
know,
Yep.
I don't like calling her my ex, but you know, my ex-wife,
Yep. You call my kid's mother.
my kid's mother,
There you go.
you know, that she was pregnant with Addie, and then she
Yeah.
was pregnant. I mean, we were there at the mill together.
Oh yeah.
I remember one night she walked when she was pregnant with Wyatt. She called me. She's like, "I'm going to labor." I got home and she's walking up and down the driveway on Dickey Road to the barn and back, trying to get herself to go in.
It's crazy,
Into
man.
it. I mean,
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, it's
and
crazy.
you call me like,
Yeah.
"Is everything okay?"
Yeah.
You were checking on me. You know.
Yeah. It's funny that, you know, we talk about family in the field staff, but, you know, it's also, you know, you become family with the people that you work with, especially a shift worker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because you spend more time with them than you do your regular family.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because a lot of and people don't understand. Well, you're at home more. No, you're not.
No.
Because when you're home, you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A third of your day is sleep.
A third of your day sleep. Yeah.
And travel.
Right, travel, and you are literally with the people you work with more than your
so
family.
to
when you're
kind
a
of give
shift
an
worker.
idea. So if you work a 16-hour shift, say you work a day turn at 311s,
Mm-hmm.
you're doing 15 minutes before 7 o'clock. So you're doing at 6:45, and you go to 11, probably 11:05 at that night.
Yep,
You get home, you take a shower, and you go to bed,
yep,
and you're due back in next day at 6:45, and say you have a half-hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you're there 15 minutes early so you can change your clothes.
Change, yeah, because you change into
10-minute walk from the locker room.
yeah. So I mean.
that's
You don't see
Yeah.
the family, and I don't, you know, Rachel's fine, will I say out here, but, you know, I blame a lot of my first marriage on AK,
on the mill.
on the mill, because of what, you know, I disappeared.
Oh yeah.
I was gone.
oh yeah.
And, you know,
Yep.
but I don't, that's what, you know, my family needed.
Yep. Yeah,
And
you had to do what you had
I
to
had
do.
to do to provide my family.
Absolutely.
And, that
And
was-
we all did. And we all respect that, and we all respect people to do it. You know, I remember, Willie, what was the divorce rate during the lockout? It was, you know, when
I
we
don't
got
remember, but it was quite high.
it was very, very
they were
high.
home all the time.
Because they were home all the time, or they were married to somebody that was with them for the wrong reason, and that was money, because, you know, it was
Yeah.
good money. You know, I can remember being like just in crane operators, it was unbelievable. It was like, oh, so and so's going to divorce, so and so's wife left him, you know, so and so's wife.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow. But, you know, I think, you know, we kind of got off on the shift work side, but it all comes back to, you know, what we were talking about with the family. Chris DeMott calling in, being the 2020 Staffer of the Year. Fantastic
it's all
person.
it's all a family.
It's all a family, yeah. And you know, and the reason why we started talking, I think the reason why I was going with started talking about shift work again is the time that the staffers put in to something like pure whitetail that they don't have to,
No.
and they take time. They got their time at work. Then they come home, especially if they're a shift worker, and then they only got so much time, but they're taking their time out of their day to go out and take a picture of this, you know, or take a picture of a
Or
bottle,
make a mock scrape
or make a mock scrape
in June.
In June,
They
yeah,
get pictures and say, yes, this product works. That buck's hitting it in
Right.
June.
They're taking time out of their day, and that they've only got so much, you know, and they're using that time to promote a product, you know, like pure whitetail products. That to me is why we could never give them enough back.
No.
you know, we can never
That's
do
why-
that.
I
You-
mean-
you know, because you know,
Like
we've-
I've said again, if you know you guys are listening and you're not part of Pure Whitetail and you want to come to Pure Whitetail
Oh, yeah,
Bash,
absolutely.
I can't remember the dates right now. It's July. It's
9, 10, 11.
9, 10, 11. If you just want to come see the family and see what it's about,
That's a perfect time to do it.
that's a perfect time to do it. Friday night we're at a Land of Illusion, and it's a water park. It's a redneck. I call it the redneck water park.
Yeah.
It's a pond. We got
But it is very nice though.
it's super nice.
Yeah.
I mean, food.
Yeah.
I mean, Hunter says food's good.
yeah,
I mean, it is a
It's a
blast.
beautiful place, too.
It's
yeah, it
beautiful.
is. Yeah.
And we hang out there Friday night with everybody. Then Saturday we go to Josh's house. We hang out at his farm, and it's just a total.
It's legit.
It's legit.
It's legit.
And then Sunday,
And it's free. So,
free.
yeah, you ain't got to pay nothing, guys. The only thing that you got to
You
pay
gotta
for
pay-
that weekend is to
is the
get
water
into the
park.
water park.
Yeah, the water
And
park.
because we don't own it.
Yeah, we don't own it. I
Yeah.
mean, and I don't expect, they're good friends with us.
Yeah, we don't
and-
expect to let them in free. But
and free. And, it's how, I support my friends.
Yeah.
Like my friends support me.
Yep.
And because they own businesses.
Yep.
And we
yeah,
own
Grant and
business.
I are friends with several people who own businesses, and we buy from them. Don't expect nothing free, and they buy from us, and they don't expect nothing free from us. So it's just easier that way. But that's what I'm saying. That's why we will always be in debt to the Pure Whitetail Field staff. It is a 100% without a doubt. Grant and I will never deny it. That the only reason that we're at the level Pure Whitetail is at the level that it's at right
100%,
now is
100%.
1,000,000% that field staff.
Oh, I mean,
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
if
We don't meet. I mean, we ain't met a bad one yet, really.
No.
I mean,
No.
the ones that came to the ATA. I think it was Nick Reneski, Footy, and Kyle Edward Clemens.
Yep, and
They were all random.
Yep, there was one. Paul Shoup come too.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
And they were all random.
yep.
We didn't pick them,
No, we didn't pick them.
and they're representative of the staff. And if all of them are like that,
every one of them
it's
fantastic
amazing.
let me tell you, if they're all like that, we got a.
Yeah.
You talk about a family on a mountain. Because
Matter of fact, speaking of Kyle, Gracie, Heather, I think it was Heather or Gracie. I can't remember which one it was, but they's like, man, and I hope Kyle's listening right now because I'm about ready to give him a big shout out. I can't remember if it was Heather or Gracie, and this was last night because we got to talking about the ATA and about Footy whistling at the cab and stuff, and I think it was Heather. She goes, how's Kyle doing? And I was like, I don't know. I said, I haven't talked to him for a while, but I follow him on Facebook. And she goes, I really like that guy.
Yeah.
He is just a good person, and he is. He's just just
and
a
he's an
down-
Alabama fan. So
Well,
roll Tide.
I mean, we won't hold that against him, but we will hold that against him.
Hey, there's the door.
his,
I'm sorry, Willie.
his mother did pass away recently.
Oh, really? I'm
So-
sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
very sorry.
Yeah, I've reached out to him, talked to him a little bit. He's doing good. He's
Yeah,
He's in our prayers for that.
yeah,
for
it's
sure.
tough.
but
That's a tough deal,
he's,
man.
He's doing all right.
Yeah.
He's watching Bama basketball.
Bama
right now.
basketball.
Listen,
I didn't know they had a basketball team.
Yeah, they just beat Kentucky.
Really? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know Bama had a basketball.
They're undefeated in SEC play this year,
Huh.
and
Did you
their
hear-
football team won the national
Do you hear
championship.
anything?
So
don't hear.
Kentucky has a basketball team.
Nate.
Nate.
Or is it they
Turn,
have a
turn,
football
Will,
team?
turn Willie's mic
What's
off.
this hat say right here?
But back to the staff, like I've always talked, no matter where we were in the country, if me and Josh are traveling across the country and we got a flat tire or our truck broke down, all I'd have to do is say, I need help. I'm in Kansas. And
It'd be half an hour.
it'd be a half hour and I'd have family, not a staff. I'd have family there to help me.
Yep.
And make sure-
Anywhere in the country.
anywhere in the country.
Absolutely,
And that's not just counting me and you. That's counting. Remember Rusty and Sydney?
Mhm.
I'm drawing a blank for his name. We were going out there goose hunting.
Paul.
Paul.
Paul,
What?
yeah.
I'm
Paul
sorry.
Paul Evans.
Paul Evans.
Paul
I'm so
Evans.
sorry,
He got in that
Paul.
wreck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly Evans is your wife.
Yep.
I remember his wife.
Yep.
She posts more than Paul does, but that's why. See, Paul posts more.
Yep.
But Paul got in a wreck.
Yep. I remember that.
Rusty called his wife or his fiance, girlfriend
Yeah, I think it was girlfriend. Yeah.
at the
yeah.
time.
Yep.
And told Sydney, go pick Paul up.
Yep.
He needs
It
help.
was on 70, yeah.
On
Didn't
70.
he flip his truck?
He flipped his truck,
I think
rolled it.
He spun around backwards. He was just
Yep.
a half hour, an hour in front of us.
Yeah.
He spun it around backwards, hit the guardrail, and then I think he ended up flipping it
And-
just
and Ru-
destroyed it.
Yeah, I remember when he come in. You know, we
Are
were
you
like-
cold, honey?
Yeah, I'm getting chilly.
So, Josh is cold again. I'm
I got
to
to turn. I got to turn
It's
the furnace
actually
up.
comfortable in here.
I got to
now.
turn the furnace up.
So-
I noticed you put your pants back on.
Finally, thank goodness. That's why I'm facing you. But, I mean, Rusty called Sydney, and Sydney went and got Paul. Mm-hmm. Never met.
Never met.
Never met
Right.
before.
I don't- not that I know of. Yeah.
Yeah, not I know of.
Yep.
And went and got him and got all his
Yep.
stuff and took him to Doug Pedon's
Yep.
where we were staying. and
That was the coldest night of my life, by the way.
I remember that. The window was open, dude.
Yeah. Then the heat was off.
The window
And-
was open.
And guess what? I got up that next morning and I didn't sleep at all.
Oh, when I came in to wake you up,
Hey,
you were awake.
hold on.
You were. All I seen was your purple nose sticking out.
Let
of
me
the
tell you,
blanket.
I almost
Hold-
died.
hold-
I almost died that night.
You didn't die that
Of
night.
hypothermia.
Can I pick on Rusty a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead. He ain't gonna care.
Hey, Rusty, cook that goose a little bit more, buddy.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but
Hey, Rusty does cook. He came to Bash. He's cooked amazing.
Yeah. Oh,
food.
yeah. Yeah.
But that night, that goose. That,
I don't
that
think it was
goose-
done all. Well, that's the way they like it.
Yeah, duck and goose is supposed to be medium or medium rare, I should say.
Or it was.
Wild duck and goose is most people cook it medium rare because it's so dense. If you cook it well, you might as well use it for a door stopper. I mean, it's
Well,
I guess Rusty cooked it right, and we're wrong.
We're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Rusty,
Hey,
but let me
you guys
tell you.
remember Rusty using that scent elimination in his car this year? He had goose breasts
Yes.
thaw out in his car.
I don't
deer.
know if I seen that.
Yeah,
or
I
not.
remember that.
They thawed out, and his cooler
He
was
forgot.
cracked open. It leaked in the floor, and it was in the whole day. He sprayed it with scent elimination, and it cleared it up.
The pure whitetail civilization.
Man, we get.
Hold on, I got one for you. The guy that did with Luke Day.
Yeah.
The guy Days Diesels.
Yeah.
That did the wheels and tires on my truck.
Yep.
Remember when he came to us because he was driving a guy's truck, a customer's
Oh,
truck,
and that skunk.
and hit a skunk.
Yep.
And it sprayed. He had the window down because he was trying to listen to the truck, make sure it was running okay, and it sprayed into the truck. And it took two bottles. Okay, no, everybody knows skunk pee stinks.
Oh, bad.
Bad. I mean, like totally sprayed him in the truck. It took two bottles,
But it come out.
and it came out.
Yep.
And he was able to get the truck back to him, and never
awesome.
smelled it.
Yep. But getting back to me dying of hypothermia at Doug Peden's that night, wasn't Doug's fault, but the heat just happened to be turned off in that bedroom, and I couldn't figure it out.
Soft.
Let me tell you something, Willie, was it cold in there?
Dude, I'm telling you,
You can see your breath.
I slept like a baby.
Let me tell you
When
something.
I came
So
in
did I.
to see if you were awake, because everybody was up except for you.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to get out of bed.
I know. I opened the door and all I could see was your purple nose. You had your hoodie. You had a hoodie on under 5 blankets,
Yeah.
and he had like a 3-inch circle for his nose.
It was bad.
And I was like, golly, man. It was cold. The window was cracked open.
Yeah.
What is as bad as Terry's in the camper? That's
Oh, way worse, bro.
way
Way
worse.
worse, bro. Way worse. But and then I walked in, and Grant. I was telling Grant. Grant goes, "Well, god dang, man, I sweated my butt off last night." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Man, I was so hot last night I couldn't hardly stand it." I'm like, "Shut your mouth, man! I got the wrong bedroom." Hey, it was cold. It was good though, man. There was a ton of people that stayed at Doug's that night.
Nick Yoder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Nick,
right.
Nick
I forgot about
Yoder ended
Nick.
up taking Paul to the airport, I believe.
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember that. Yeah,
And
His
then,
Paul flew home. But
Yeah.
Paul,
because his truck was totaled during that wreck.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I think they drove to Cleveland, and then he got on a plane and flew to Baltimore.
Yeah, ain't
Yeah.
that something? You know, that's funny. You know,
So I mean,
just
that's family.
yeah, that's family right there. Yeah, that's people just doing stuff. I mean, it's just good people. You know, I mean, that's what the Pure Whitetail Field staff all about. It's good people and you
Helping
know,
each other.
helping each other out, and it's just, man, just imagine. I mean, the world we live in right now, let's all just be honest, it freaking sucks. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it does. The world we live in absolutely
Well-
sucks. You know, the world that we know just 5 years ago,
Let me
10
tell you,
years ago.
Big picture stuff. There's still a lot of
My-
Yeah.
microcosms that are excellent, like
Oh,
this
yeah.
family right here.
Oh,
know?
yeah.
my safe spot. If I want to post about anything or
Staff.
is the staff.
Yep.
I will not post on my personal page on Facebook or Instagram or anything. I'll post a picture there, here and there.
Yeah.
But if I have a problem or want a prayer or a shout out or anything, where I know that my staff, you know, I'm sorry, I should say my family got my back, is right there at Pure Whitetail
Yep.
because they have my back.
Yep.
No matter what my problem is, no matter what I've done or what I'm going through, they've got my back.
Absolutely.
And you talk about feeling like a rock.
Right.
When you have 6,500 people's got your back, you know.
Well, and that's the same way about you said breaking down. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool feeling.
Yeah,
You know, knowing
pretty good.
that you're covered.
I mean, next week we travel to Texas, and
Yeah. Anything happens,
anything
we're
happens
covered.
from here, from Ohio, from Cincinnati, between Cincinnati and Dayton to Texas, wherever we're going. I don't know where we're going, but
I really don't either.
all I know is I get in the truck and start driving.
Do you know where they're going, Nate?
Someplace in Texas to hunt what, guys?
I don't know either, Nate.
Nate's favorite one thing to hunt, and Josh ain't taking him.
I've never hunted
know.
them either, Nate.
I
Hey,
know.
Grant, are you pulling the trailer with your side by side down there?
Well, Dad said no. 'Cause we ain't hauling that, and I want to take it
I've
because
been
I'm
writing
like,
him about that.
I want to take the side by side to have fun, and Dad's like, no, we ain't taking that.
I'll call
We ain't
call
taking
tomorrow.
that. We ain't
and
taking that.
I'll call tomorrow and
No, you
find
won't.
out.
No,
if
you
we-
won't.
Yes, I
No, you
will.
won't. No, you
I'll
won't.
call
No, you
tomorrow.
won't.
I'll call
Yeah,
tomorrow.
he
Hey.
can because he has nothing else to do tomorrow.
I'll call him. Hey, who you think will call first, Nate?
Probably you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Do you honestly believe he's going to make a phone call?
Nate.
Probably not.
He's a flip flopper. Did you see that?
Hey.
How
No,
fast he flip-flop?
no.
I think he's
I
saying
said
neither
he
one
won't
of you will
call,
do it.
But he would be more likely to call than you.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hey, I've been asking for a month if I could take my side by side with us.
You have. You have.
Hey,
I'll find out.
you want to walk a mile? You want to ride a mile?
Well, that's true. I'll call tomorrow.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Just think Jesse Overfell.
Oh, Lord.
yeah, so
The
There's
baddest
elk
dude
over
on the-
there.
okay,
Yeah.
hold
On
on,
the
hold on.
horizon.
Hold
The
on.
baddest dude on the
Well,
planet.
I mean, we're gonna go hunt with Chris Raker,
Yep.
our partner with Element and Flying Arrow.
Yep.
We're both 6'4". You want to keep up with us, or you want ride? We'll put Chris in the bed.
Well, okay, we're riding. I'll call about the side by side.
All right, that'd be a whole lot of fun, wouldn't it? So we're going down to Texas to hunt hogs next week,
Yeah.
and hoping for a good time.
Yeah. We're product testing is what
Product
we're doing at
test.
Ashley. Yeah, we're actually product testing.
No
so,
secrets.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So,
Flag.
yeah, flag.
All I'm saying.
Penalty on the spot. No, but just to recap, Pure Whitetail Field Staff, the way it got started, everything happens for a reason, and
Yep.
and I want to end it with this.
I'm gonna cut you off right
Go
there.
ahead. Go ahead before I end it. Go ahead.
You're not allowed to call them staff.
Family.
It's a Pure Whitetail family,
Yeah.
and if you want to be a part of the family,
Yeah.
you're more than welcome to. Because I want you.
Yep.
If you're the first time you're going to the woods this coming year, 2021, you want to start hunting. Guess what?
Come and hang
I
out.
want you to hang out with us.
Come and learn.
Come and learn, ask questions, and be a part of our family, because no question is a dumb question in my book.
Right.
You're learning,
Yep.
and that's what I love.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can't teach you or tell you something, I guarantee you we got the members that can, because I have learned from our members on the family.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Willie, you got anything else?
Nope, I'm good, bub.
Nate.
Hey, I just want to say if you enjoy this podcast, follow us. A lot of different ways.
Nate's the
Pure-
business side of this.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's the producer's job. PureWhitetail.com/podcast. We're getting out there in every possible way. And just follow us, like us, comment. We'll try to get back with you if you'd like a video podcast as well versus just the audio. Go check us out on YouTube, Pure Whitetail on YouTube, and that's about it.
All right. So Grant and I, we talk about the field staff constantly, how powerful it is. We honestly believe it is the most powerful staff ever created in the industry. In the
It
hunting industry.
cannot, you say power.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. It cannot be recreated.
Yeah. You just took my line.
And
He just stole my line.
me and Josh, if me and Josh were,
That's what I was getting ready to
if
say.
me and Josh were handed another company in the industry, I promise you we can't recreate what we've created.
Yeah. Yeah. What we've all created together.
All
It takes
Yeah.
the whole.
it takes Willie, it takes Nate, it takes Chris,
Chris.
it takes Nathan,
Arlen, yeah.
Nathan
It-
Flinders.
And the
It takes
fields,
in the family.
And the family, and
Yes.
the reason why Grant says it can never be duplicated, and I so many things have to happen to get to where it's got. We got 6,500 members, and it's not just 6,500 members. The last time I looked at the analytics in the staff, it was like, and we're talking like in January where there's very, very little hunting going on at all. It's like a 95% engagement rate
Yeah.
of
Right.
Well,
staffers. I mean, that's incredible.
It's 89 right now.
Is
Is
it?
checked?
89.
Which is still
I'm,
phenomenal.
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna
That's insane.
ask you a question.
Okay.
Is there any other company in the industry that owns a company that puts herself out there and talks to
No.
their staff every day?
No.
I know sometimes I get backed up on Facebook. A lot of guys have my phone number and can text me and call me, and I answer or text you.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else in that industry, in the hunting industry?
No. I think there's a lot of good staffs out there that do a lot of great things.
But owns a company,
But-
and talks to them and wants to be friends with them? Because I want to be your friend.
no, I don't think so.
I'm looking for a friend. I basically-
He's going to need one after he gives the farm away.
I'm gonna need one because
Grant's getting tired of me. He needs a new friend.
I mean, no, in all seriousness,
I know what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm looking for a friend. I'm looking for somebody to hang out with and be buddies with, and
The whole what you're saying is the whole entire reason we started the field staff in the first place.
Yes.
We wanted to be different. We knew that nobody else does it this way.
we invite you to
Our homes.
our homes. You know, and when it's green, you can't see my house, but my house is farther up
Yeah.
from the barn, and people are like, well, where do you live, Grant? Where the deer are at? Where's your house? Up farther up the road.
Right.
Up
Just
the driveway there.
up the driveway.
You just missed it.
Yeah.
Grant, do you remember the Nerf war we had with the Caricos, Rusty and them?
How will
In your,
That-
in your
that-
kitchen?
Hey, Will.
And by the
Oh
way,
my
I
God.
regret not coming over because I heard it was legendary.
Well,
Dude.
what you think I was crazy when I fogged my house out with the fog machine and
I
the
got
strobe
here,
lights?
the house was fogged, and there was like flashing lights. It was dark as hell. I mean, it was.
I told y'all Grant knows how to throw a party.
Hey,
Oh, dude, I was like, this is nuts.
hey, when it comes to, we can open the closet doors, and when it comes to Nerf wars at my house, we take it serious. We fog the house up with fog machines and get the strobe lights out and play the music, and it's on.
Wyatt, and that little, I think it's Lily,
Yeah.
the little,
Yeah. I think
the
so.
little blonde. Dude, they was sliding across the floor, shooting. I mean, it was crazy.
The Caricos, I thought it was Mackenzie.
She was there, but
She was there.
The little
Oh,
one,
the
Sydney's
smaller.
little
Sydney's
girl.
little
Oh, okay.
I think
Yeah,
it's
okay.
I think
Lily.
it's Lily.
Yes. Hey,
Mackenzie was there, and then his son, and it was just.
when I start
it was
last time I
wild.
started remodeling my house, Rusty says, "Don't take too many walls out. We gotta play Nerf wars again."
Hey, by the way, Logan's got a new Nerf gun that takes a 24-volt Cobalt battery in the bottom of it.
I ain't afraid of
He
it.
lit me up yesterday.
Yeah.
Bring it on, Logan.
Yeah.
I want to see that because I supposedly have the best Nerf gun made
You
right
ain't
now.
Does it take a 24-volt Cobalt rechargeable battery on it like the drill?
No.
No.
So,
Like a cold
No, it's got a 14.6 volt rechargeable battery.
but
No, guys. So thanks again for listening. That's episode 2. I think we're going to dive into a little bit more serious topic on the next episode.
can I tell them what
Yeah, go for
I
it.
named it?
Yeah, go for it.
I named it Judgment Day.
The next episode.
Next
3.
episode.
What's this one called?
We'll come up.
We'll bring it
family.
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 There you
There
go.
you go, family.
There you go. Family.
So
That's pretty broad.
this episode will be family, and so it's all honesty right here. We're telling you how we're naming here in person with you.
Yep.
But the next episode is Judgment Day.
Yep.
And what I mean by that, deer you shoot on Judgment Day. People piss me off all the time. I've been there. I've been in your shoes.
Yep.
And you want to hear this one.
Yep. And people judging you for the deer that you decide to put your tag that you paid for. So that's what Grant's getting at. And Judgment Day is Grant come up with that. That's a pretty day. I was like, man, what are we going to name this next episode? And Grant was like, Judgment Day. I'm like, oh boy, that's going to be a hot topic. Yeah, we're going to have some other guests on too. So, guys, Grant, you got anything else?
No, that's all. Remember, we get serious sometimes, but I love you all. I support you all, whatever you want to do in life and any direction you want to go. You're my family. And remember, how I want to say it, no matter what you do, I care about you either way, if you're pure whitetail or not.
That's right.
I want you to be successful in life.
That's right. Yep. That's right. That's the way it's supposed to be. But that's all we got for this episode, guys. For myself, Grant, and in the room tonight, obviously Nate and Willie. Hunter's been here too. So thanks everybody for following along with everything Pure Whitetail. I know there's a lot of Pure Whitetail out there. We're in your face, and that is by design. We want to be everywhere, anywhere you're at, we want to be, and including that field staff. So thanks again. This was all about, like Willie said, family, and we appreciate everybody on the field staff. We want new members.
Hold on.
What?
Family.
Yeah, we want new. Yeah, we want new family members. Yeah, that's right.
I got him.
Yeah.
We want new family members. I don't care if you're green or your experience.
Yep.
If you're experienced, I want your knowledge.
Yep.
If you're green, let me teach you. Let my family teach you.
Yep.
Any question you have in life.
Yep.
In hunting, or if you need a prayer, a shout out,
Yep.
you're having a hard time at home, guess what? My family's got you.
We got a story about that one too. So
Yes.
but we got a bunch of stories about that. But guys, thanks for listening and or watching the Pure Whitetail Podcast episode 2, all about family. Thank you very much. Episode 3 is going to be fire. So
Oh boy.
there might be some heated conversations, but we're going to dive right in. Episode 3 is kind of where it all starts. Episode 1 and 2 is kind of like getting a little fired up. Episode 3 is going to be.
That's kind of about where we started, episode 1 and 2.
Yep. And
Episode 3?
And now 3, we're going to dive right into
Are
what
we
we
going to
told you.
argue?
Me and you, probably not, but maybe the guest that we're going to have on might argue.
That's right.
Yep. So, thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Like Grant said, we love y'all. We love even our haters that are watching, that are listening.
Love you.
Love y'all.
Find your
Thank you,
place.
guys.
Love you.
See y'all.